It's time, my friends, for the Skilling Open. Quarterfinals, the second day. Half of the people will be knocked out of the tournament today, Anna. Also, happy Thanksgiving to everybody celebrating.
Happy Thanksgiving. I'm just going to fix my microphone because it wasn't really in place and it doesn't want to stay there. But yeah, absolutely. Happy Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I doesn't want to listen today, but yeah, happy Thanksgiving. And as you said, Levi, half of the field is going to say goodbye today. And we don't want that half to include Hikaru's name. So Hikaru is in a must-win situation. Crucial. Today, if we have been asking for your support previously, today, double it down, multiply it, 5 times more support. We need it because this is all or nothing. If he does not win today, this is the end of the tournament for Hikaru. He has to win.
He has to win. The stakes, everybody... Okay, and moves are being made. Moves are being made. Hikaru has the white pieces versus Maxim Vashiligrov here in the first game. He goes for MVL's Najdorf, and he's played the move bishop to d3. He also did this against Nepo. The last game of the
underscore chess just subscribed.
Yeah, lots of games we
Hikaru's
have already gone through in this event. Remember, this knockout system is already a mini match of 2 days. Yesterday was the first one. 4 rapid games is a mini match. Maxime won yesterday's match, which means that today Hikaru has to win, and then we will go to the playoffs. But first, Hikaru has to win within these 4 games.
People are asking if I have a... Is there... What's going on the right side, by the way? Do I not have any moves in the game between Carlsen and Giri?
Really?
Or... Yeah, I'm trying to see. Have they not played a move? Is Magnus like...
No, they might be still tweeting.
Yeah, well,
busy
Anish
time.
for sure. Magnus, the TBD.
Anish tweeted 6 hours ago, must tweet, must win.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I mean, that quite literally is his routine. Now, Hikaru plays this bishop d3. This is not the most popular move in the position because it's kind of peculiar what you're doing with the bishop. It's not... I mean, it's just kind of stuck here.
Yeah.
Wow, chat is... are you seeing chat right now?
Yes?
Are you...
I thought
Wow.
that was... Wait, I thought that was... Wait.
That's a lot of flowers. I mean, it just... That's a looking like a botanical garden in the chat right now.
I love it. Keep it up, guys. Keep it up. That was Hikaru's YouTube video from yesterday, and we need it for today. Today is the day indeed. He didn't know. The man did not know he has a chance today. He thought he lost already yesterday. He wasn't aware of the fact that it's not the best of 1, but best of 2, the knockout system.
Exactly right. And he gets this opportunity. Friendly reminder about the format. It's 4 rapid games, 15-minute and 10-second bonus time. Potentially 3 minute. Because you can win 2.5, like yesterday Timur Rajabov did over Wesley So. But if you win the mini match today, and you lost yesterday, like in Hikaru's case, then you have to play Blitz. Anna, is it 2 games of Blitz or is it 4?
2 as far as I know.
Okay.
And then Armageddon.
Okay, got it. Got it. Yes, guys, that's why it's 1 next to some of their names, because those people won the mini match yesterday. They were the winners of the mini match yesterday. That is why some people have a 1 next to their name.
I've just realized that MVL also tweeted an hour ago about his match against Hikaru, saying, despite my best efforts, there's still a second set to be played today with GMHikaru.
Yes.
He did his best without knowing that he did.
Yeah, I think I don't know. It seems like most of them knew the format. Hikaru, I made the recap video about yesterday's games, and somebody was like, "Oh yeah, it was like he was like acting." I was like, he pretended not to know.
He was trolling us. No, I really thought, but the silence was way too long, and Hikaru was way too honest to not... Like, he literally admitted that he didn't know.
Yeah, that's, well... Whoa, MVL already going for a central break? Like, no bishop e7? So, taking looks kind of nice. Another good move here for white is bishop g5, pinning the knight, and that removes the defender of the center.
Yes,
And
what is this? It looks suspicious, but Bashir plays it without thinking. Should be his preparation.
yeah, bishop on g5 looks a little bit annoying. Well, given how much time MVL has spent actually on the move d5, I don't think he's in his preparation anymore. Because he spent like a minute on it. Yeah.
He spent 23 seconds on it, and he still has over 15 minutes. So I was assuming it's his preparation. At the same time, the evaluation bar doesn't like d5, so he either uses a computer that goes way beyond the depth of our analysis, our evaluation bar, or it was literally a mistake. But why would he play a move like that, thinking like 23 seconds? I think literally is what he spent. I can now see the time spent on bishop e6. He spent 53 seconds. On d5 he spent 23 seconds. Every previous move was about 1 second. So this is strange. Obviously there are no games for d5, so it's a novelty, but hopefully a really bad one. It seems fishy.
Yes, it does seem like if you've already played d6, then going for d5, particularly in Najdorf positions where your king is just in the middle like this, objectively speaking, can't make a lot of sense. Now, he does take on e4, so Hikaru is going to decide what to take back with. If he takes with the bishop, the queen gets traded, and he's not going to do that. So knight takes e4, knight c takes e4, MVL plays bishop e7, and Hikaru takes on f6. Now here, bishop takes is losing.
So, I just started spamming too, sorry. I was very busy, Levi, spamming in your chat too. And of course, Hikaru's keep up the flower power.
Yeah, but see, Anna, this is the problem. So let me just show chat why the very natural-looking bishop takes f6 would have just lost the game. White goes knight h5. And black cannot stop the knights here. There is just nothing that black can do to stop, like queen f3 and knight g7. Literally not a thing. You push, you lose this. If you castle, I believe you just get mated. Something like this, and like queen f3, queen g3, or queen c1, queen h6. My arrow game is a little bit weak, but there's just no way. It's literally mate in 8. So this is
you've
perfect.
Got a point. You've got a point.
This is perfect, Anna, for Hikaru. But he also had very good positions yesterday from the opening, and he has to bring it home. That's it.
He has to, and that's why too. It was a pity that he didn't know about the formats, because he said that had he known it, he wouldn't have had that much pressure in game 2, because he thought it was all or nothing yesterday.
Yep. That's one of the drawbacks of thinking that you have to play every single game that you're playing for a win. That's that second game he played yesterday was quite nice. MVL is going to try to castle queenside. How does Hikaru make his position perfect here?
I wonder in which moment shall we go for knight f5? So that will be one of the moves to look at. Also, the rooks should be brought into the game at some point. The d file is an open file, e file is tempting to. He played queen h6 to attack the pawn, and now he can capture that pawn. It's free stuff.
So MVL's just giving him the pawn. MVL just gave Hikaru a pawn. Full pawn up here for Hikaru, but this allows MVL to, okay, I was going to say hide his king on b8 potentially and then start his own attack. But MVL, the feisty Frenchman, plays knight d4, looking to create counter chances in the center with his pieces. Anna, I'm very happy I'm commentating and not playing this game.
Me too. It's so scary. Opposite side castling is always leading to double-edged sharp positions. And right now, what we see is a pawn up for Hikaru, but black has the pair of bishops and this monster knight on d4. I'm so hoping we can chase that knight away at some point with c3, but that will undermine our bishop on d3. So this is not exactly what we want. For instance, if now we push c3, that's probably a disaster due to knight f3 check, and then the rook will capture the bishop on d3.
Yeah, exactly right. Our knights are nice, but the bishops are stronger, and then this creates more weaknesses for us. So c3, not a good move, but I'm sure there's. I mean, for example, you can play rook fd1 and then c3. I don't know which rook you would put on d1. For me, by far the more natural is a, but computer's trying to tell me f, but computer's wrong. So now. The other thing Hikaru could potentially do, if you guys notice, he's got a pawn on h7 here that's just completely hanging. But knight h7 would be a bit of a disaster, because you just completely kill your own coordination.
Yeah, and usually, as tempting as it is to keep capturing free stuff and collect the pawns, it's exactly what Black wants. Black wants to open up the position on the king side. They want to have the agent g5 for their pieces. So if you capture the pawn, it can backfire also due to the fact that it's the white king that's on g1, and the g and h5s will be the path toward the white king. Very, very dangerous decision if you end up taking a pawn like that. Better to have it as a blockading piece in between the rook and the queen and not free stuff in this case.
And Hikaru did play rook d1, but that just sets up c3. I'm very curious, like, what is MVL? What's the plan after rook d1?
I guess
'Cause-
now at least the bishop is guarded, so we could push c3. So that's one of the advantages of having the rook on d1, that now the bishop is guarded and we could push c3, because that knight, you cannot leave that knight there on d4. It's a very annoying piece.
It is very annoying. I'll let MVL think. People are showing that at the bottom left hand side, Anish is up a pawn and up a minute. So the players played an Italian. Anish went for d4, so not the pianissimo with d3.
Yeah.
He goes for the kind of crazy theoretical line, and then takes a damaging of his own structure near his king. But whoa, what happened here? Take on f6, take on f3, take on g7, and now he's just a pawn up. Wait, and after queen d6, apparently he's just winning. So
it does look
Anish,
like a disaster for Magnus. I'm looking at the database at the same time to figure out which one was Anish's novelty. I would assume this was prepared by his team.
or
But
him.
then, yeah, but then what I did find is that e takes f6. That position still happened in 3 games, including 2 Grandmaster games. But then the move that Magnus chose, bishop takes f3, that has not happened in chess history according to what I see.
Anna, what the hell did MVL just do?
What? He takes the pawn on a2 when we have just explained how Hikaru doesn't want the h7 pawn, and for the same reason
What?
Black shouldn't want that. And are we not trapping the bishop? Wait a
Yeah,
second.
what? Isn't there just b3? This is like the most legendary, like, little tactic.
It's
Like-
almost like that bishop move of Bobby Fischer in his World Championship match against Spassky, but that was a bishop endgame, and Fischer trapped his own bishop. And now MVL goes for it on the opposite flank, but the same type of trapping your own bishop, b3, and you cannot get back. What is he thinking? What is the punchline? I don't see a refutation of b3.
Yeah, is there, like, does he think there's a pin on the knight? Like, for example, b3, something like rook coming to d6? But then just knight e4, I don't understand. It's hitting, it's defending. Again, protect, attack, and most importantly, chat, what?
I'm part of the chat because I spam.
Snack, very good, very good. Okay, Hikaru, I mean... I can already... I mean, if this was a Blitz game entitled Tuesday, Bishop takes A2 would have been... you know, if this was Title Tuesday, you'd be like, what? And then he would just blitz out B3 and move on. But the thing is, it's a rapid game. So now you're like, wait a second. What did MVL think? Like, what did he come up with? Is he trying to trick me? Oh, Anna, wait. No, I don't
Have
know.
you seen a trick?
No, I haven't seen anything.
Yeah. Also, those of you who are saying black can play knight c2, that would be great, but it's a legal move, but not a recommendable one. We can show you quickly that after knight takes c2, that knight will be captured, and if the black queen takes the bishop, rook c1 is winning the queen, because that's a
Yep.
pin. The queen cannot be moved. That's illegal. So it's game over. That's a Botas gambit.
Yep. And if you take the bishop, the rook on d1 before you take on c2, I can actually just take back. Oh, that's a mouse slip. You can take, first of all, with the rook and then rook c1, and also just move the bishop out of the way. So, wait, Hikaru doesn't play b3. He plays knight f5.
What?
Chat, are we all collectively stupid? Are we all not seeing something? I don't I'm very confused. Every single person here
confused.
is okay. Hikaru takes the bishop and plays rook e1. So Hikaru is no longer up a pawn, but he's got very nice activity here in the pawn on e5 as always.
Yeah, this also seems like a really nice advantage for white, but we still don't understand why not trap the bishop. What is it that both players saw? So these are two super grandmasters, obviously much stronger than us. Do they see something that we don't at all? And not just us, like it's one thing that Levy and I can miss it because we are bad, but the engine misses it too then, because b3, according to the engine 2, was a winning move.
Yeah, I am very, very perplexed. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens if Hikaru wins. I'm gonna ask him, definitely. I'm gonna be like, what's wrong? You know, what was wrong with b3? But yeah, we'll find out. Still a very nice position for Hikaru. Someone's asking, are there passed pawns on the queen side? No, guys. A passed pawn is a pawn that has a way to the end without being interrupted by another pawn. And in this case, no. In this case, no. No one has a passed pawn yet. No. So I don't know. I don't know what's up with b3.
I'm very confused, but luckily the position is so good for white that b3 was not the only way to win. Apparently this position too is a very pleasant over +1 advantage. +1 is a pawn, approximately a pawn's worth, but here what matters is the king's safety. The black king is way more vulnerable than the white king. And hopefully this concrete line 2 will matter. Now the e5 pawn is being undermined, c3 can still be pushed to chase the knight away. I guess Hikaru just went for the positional pragmatic decision, and they both have seen something that made b3 not work. We will need to ask Hikaru after the games.
Apparently, also a result that's coming in hot. I have a lot of game 2s open. One sec. Let me open up Aronian versus... Yeah. So, Nepo... Yo, what... Anna, what is with Aronian and losing a queen to Nepo? This is the only way he lost yesterday. How does Nepo have a queen and the other guy doesn't? Again.
I don't know. He just really wants to give it up. It feels like he's just like every subscriber of Alex. They are too devoted to the Botas gambits, and they just want to give up the queen. They cannot keep it on the board. It cannot be the case that you play with both of them having queens, apparently. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really weird because Nepo just developed all his pieces, put queen and bishop, like this, and then just attacked his queen, and Aranyan said, okay, take it. Sure, I'll get 2 pieces. You know, I have queen and, I have rook and knight for queen.
Yeah.
But he's just completely lost. I don't understand the strategy, but, well, I'm not their coach, so thankfully I don't have to understand the strategy.
Yeah, you guys are saying Aronian is a tier 3 Botas live sub? Most likely, most likely.
Yeah. MVL has played knight c6. Knight c6 defending the e5 pawn. Well, first thing I'm considering is can bishop e4 ever work? To just take the knight, damage the structure, and then e5 is hanging. Tricky position. Very tricky position. A lot of different ideas here. Also, I am still looking at taking on h7 as a possibility, but it is free, but it's risky because you end up activating the black rook. Right now, that black rook is asleep. Taking h7 is like hitting a beehive. So, maybe you can run away successfully, but there's a chance you get stung too.
Shall we take a quick look at the fourth match as well, just to know what's the situation between Timur Rajabov and Wesley? So Rajabov won yesterday's match, so Wesley is in the exact same situation as Hikaru. He has to win today. Will he win this? He's in an end game where most of the pieces are disappearing.
Looks, and Hikaru does go for it, by the way. He's taken the pawn.
Oh.
It's
It's everything that we explained. Don't take those flank pawns because it's a bit dangerous. The bishop was not trapped.
Chad is having a blast with this. Yes, Hikaru's the kid in the backyard who saw the beehive. He's throwing rocks at it, you know? But it's good. Maybe he'll get the entertainment. He's just gonna have to get away fast enough. So he's on the bottom left there, guys. He just took the pawn. He's a pawn up. Let's see what happens. Yeah, this one's a draw, right? Or is Raja playing this for a win, Anna, because Wesley has bad pawns?
Maybe he has all the right to try to do so, and he has a bishop versus a knight. The bishop is a long-range piece, so usually it's advantageous to have a bishop versus a knight when the position is open, but there are pieces on both flanks, because the bishop can be helping you on both sides, while the knight will take quite a while to jump from one side of the board to the other, one flank to the other.
Yeah, Hikaru had a similar endgame yesterday. Not quite, because here black is like very chill and relaxed and all the pieces are out, but he had a very active rook and bishop yesterday against MVL, but he wasn't able to convert it because MVL just had enough moves to get his knight to the most active square. Nepo, well, I trust Nepo will win this. Queen and 2 bishops is like, you know, a queen that just had like 7 espresso shots. It's going to be so much easier to fly around the board when you've got diagonal support. Queen and knight is a fearsome combination, but queen and 2 bishops is also just so strong. So I think we'll leave that. MVL played queen b4.
Okay, is he going to capture the b2 pawn and is everything that we explained not to do?
Okay, I've put Giri Carlson. Giri Carlson will be a long game. Gonna be a long game, it feels like. Yeah, so Anna, he wants the b2 pawn, huh?
Yes.
Well, Hikaru doesn't give it to him. And apparently it wasn't even the best move. What was the best move? Supposedly? Or no, it was the best move.
Okay,
it was
b3
the best move.
now.
It's just engine hangover. It's like when you play the move, it resets the depth, so it goes like, you know, it stutters for a second. But okay. Very natural move. Okay.
So after b3, we are not giving the b2 pawn to Maxime, and in terms of material, this is a pawn up for Hikaru. Yeah, we said that the h7 pawn you don't want to take, but I guess in this case, the situation has changed since the knight on f6, the bishop on h7, the queen on h6. They're not letting black use any of those open files. You cannot bring the rook to g8, and the h8 rook is blocked by our bishop on h7. Hikaru will need to step out of that pin at some point. You don't want to leave your queen in this bishop rook pin forever, so he moves queen g5 instantly.
Yeah. Queen g5 is absolutely right, and the good thing is that again that rook is just dormant. That rook is being tamed. You back away slowly, so you. I just want to read a chat message, Anna.
Yeah.
I just saw Thanchin says, seriously, this is the best kind of commentary I've witnessed in many years of esports lurking. Anna, high five. We did it. We peaked. High five. Okay, high five from Anna. Done.
Which side?
I don't know. We just thank you. Very kind. Very kind.
You
We're
mean
doing our
that
best.
there's one person who thinks that and everybody else doesn't agree, but it's okay. We take it. Thank you.
You'll receive your PayPal momentarily. No, listen, we obviously do get distracted sometimes off of the chess to talk about food, you know, life,
always
memes,
food.
But
always.
Yeah, we've been having a blast putting this event on, and we just want Hikaru to do well. So
thank you so much for your support. Remember, this is the most important day so far because Hikaru has to make a comeback. If he does not, there's no more Hikaru competing in this event. So crucial. Comeback today, and it's looking great. He's got those extra pawns that's now running. It's a pass pawn. That is a pass pawn. Those of you who ask what's a pass pawn, the h4 pawn is a pass pawn, has no one in front of them, and also no g pawn. It has a free pass. If we get it to h8, new queen, and game over.
I don't understand. What's stopping h4, h5, h6? MVL's going for mate. MVL's going for mate. He's going to play queen c5 next. So as long as Hikaru doesn't allow that, he should be fine. He can first of all take c6 and take e5, maybe? Can he do that?
Yeah, you could simplify the position by trading there. But what happens if h6? Is there any real danger here around the king? It feels very safe still. The f2 pawn is the only vulnerable spot. The g3 pawn is overprotected. f2 still needs some protection. If h6, queen d4, we gotta defend the pawn.
Yeah, but then there's just queen e3. I mean, you just bring the queen back at some point. I don't actually see... What's wrong with h6? Is there rook takes f2 immediately? By the way, even if there is, I can still play h7. I can just ignore you being all weird. Hikaru plays bishop d3. Oh, he baits in MVL's rook and then locks the door so it's disconnected from its friend. Oh, that's kind of mean, Hikaru. It's a little bit mean, but
It is. That's such a pretty move. It means that now if black plays queen d4, we're just gonna take the rook on d2. It's disconnected, as Levi explained.
Oh, and Anna 94.
He's
94.
threatening 94. He's threatening to win the rook, and the rook cannot go back. It's just torn apart from the rest of the field. It's trapped. It is trapped.
This is game over. I don't know how you bounce back from this. Yeah, bishop d3 is just very nice. Wow. I've said you know, MVL he does this sometimes. It takes just a few moves and then it's kind of all over, especially when he plays fast. It's like very strange. He plays fast in positions sometimes that are just better for the opponent. It was a wild position, and now Hikaru navigated the complexity better than him. And oh, it's over. He's resigned. He resigned.
There we
Hikaru
go.
takes a
Flower
1-0
power.
lead.
Flower power.
Nice win. How many moves was that? 27 moves, 1-0. Go and brush your shoulders off. That's why we started with that song today. 1-0. That's what we're talking about. But let's get hype, but let's not forget we need 2.5. That's the magic number out of 4. And even then, guys, even then it's not over. That's just evening the score in the overall rapid match. Then Hikaru has to beat MVL in the Blitz. So Hikaru is guaranteed to play Blitz today against MVL. He's 100% going to play Blitz today if he wins the rapid. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, this is just the start, but a very good start. So badly needed, guys. You did it, but keep it up. 3 more games to go, and then the Blitz if we get to the playoffs. So 1 game at a time. Next game, we need to score again. We need to score.
This is huge. Absolutely huge. Huge way to start the day. I've put on Anish versus Magnus. The reason why this is not so good for Anish, even though he's pawn up, is his pawns are awful. They're just awful, awful. Not even like waffle awful. They're just dreadful. They're not good. So
and
huge,
unfortunately
huge
for Anish, there's no rook g1. That would be great if that square was guarded, but no, you can't win the queen with that move.
But still, there is a lot of chess to be played, and Magnus is down 3 minutes, which is big. This is also Anish's chance. He's going for queen a4 to, as you said, try to do some stuff with the queen. I mean, I would love to play rook g1. Unfortunately, that would just get very quickly snapped, and I would... But what about, Anna, what about like h4, h5, and then rook g1? I kind of like that plan.
Yeah, it could be. Because you do want to bring the rook in. And that pawn does not matter. Once again, this is one of those pawns that you can give up if then you gain the g file and an attack against the black king. The attack is more important than the pawn.
Yeah, for sure, because black's pawn, in many ways, is not even going to move forward, probably, because it's protecting the king. You're not going to... Yes, guys, yes, Bomb Cloud. Little bit delayed until move 22, but funny that no castling happened in this game. H4 is the best plan, according to the computer. Yes!
Really?
H4! Do
Look
it,
at
Anish,
you,
do it for me!
Lemmy. You're on fire.
Anish, please. For Levi. Levi's watching. Play H4. And
Will
you know
he
what
do
the
it? Will he do it? I want to see it in the chat. Will he do it? Guys, what do you think? Will he do it? Will he play H4?
Come on, Anish, do it for me.
No.
Nope. No. Chat, come on. Let's believe in Anish.
He's one of the best players in the world, but the poor guy is too known for the draws. So you guys would say yes if it's a draw line, but it's not a draw line. So you will say no.
No, H4 is anything but a draw line. You know what's insane about the move H4, Anna? Is the best move for black is not to hide the king in the corner. It's to play king f7. It's to run into the center of the board. King f7 is very gangster. You just say, all right, let's go. You want to fight? I'm here. Let's go. Let's fight. Yeah. Oh, and we could 600,000 followers. 600K!
We've just hit it. We've just hit it when Hikaru wins the first game, a crucial game in the quarterfinals. And thank you for also pushing his channel all the way to 600,000 followers. It's official. It has just happened. GMHikaru has just passed 600,000 followers. Thank you.
Huge. Absolutely huge. I feel bad, Anna. I feel like we've witnessed so many milestones and Hikaru's always playing. We're like the parents whose kid learned to walk while at the grandparents' house, learned to talk while at the grandparents' house, you know, learn to do like all these different things while at grandparents' house, and we're always like, this man doesn't get it. It's okay. I feel no, that's huge. Thank you all.
But imagine how happy he will be if he wins today's quarterfinals, and then we tell him about the 600,000. It's gonna be the best day. The best day.
Yeah, we are.
But we need to get there. One game at a time.
We are cheering big time, and just your daily reminder about your good friends over at Prime Gaming. If you have Amazon Prime, link into your Twitch. You get a beautiful blue crown next to your name. Click subscribe for free. It's a good way to support the channel. Death Prime 31. That's what I'm talking about. And you can also gift subs. Look at that. People gifting subs out here.
Goblin. Thanks so much for that. But yes, it's not a scam. It's true. Amazon Prime, if you pay for Amazon Prime already, you do get a free subscription every single month on any channel of your choice. It's free.
Also, Anish, yeah, you guys were right. Anish did not play, Anish did not play H4. He played Rook C1 and Magnus ran his king to the middle. So,
he still has a better position, so he still has good chances, but not easy to convert. And Nepomniachtchi is in like a +9, +10 position at this stage.
Is he?
According to the evaluation, but it's completely winning.
Yeah. No, but we know Nepo's fighting back. But Nepo also had a 1-0 lead yesterday. Guys, we very much appreciate your support, and in case you're wondering, because you don't obviously have Hikaru here to tell you, he does as well. And the toughest thing about doing this commentary for 9 days is when Hikaru streams organically, you know, support comes in, he thanks people for subs. When we do commentary, we don't really do that because we're trying to bring the action, and it's hard because that's 9 days of stream time that could otherwise be replaced with Hikaru. So don't be afraid to sub. We might not shout you out individually like normal, but we really appreciate it, whatever channel it's on. Like, there you go, Martinberg, gifting 10.
Thank you.
So, we appreciate you. That's,
we really appreciate it. And Hikaru does so. He always pops in between games where he spends his time is here on his Twitch channel, seeing what you guys are saying in the chat. He always does so. So probably he's watching right now. Like, he might be watching right now.
It's it's also important. It's I would say it's less of a call to action. It's more just to kind of be fully transparent with you all, right? Like, you come to see Hikaru, and for 9 days you only get to see him for 10 minutes at the end of the show. 9 days meaning, if we make it all the way down to the finals.
To the finals. And the finals would be Magnus versus Hikaru most likely. So we want to see that. And bro, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. I would call you bro just like as a friend, but also your username is bro. Thank you.
I had a guy today in chat with the most absurd username. I can't read. I was amazed that Twitch even allowed it, frankly. Those in my
Really?
chat know who I'm talking about. Yeah, I can't. I can't say
Oh,
it.
it was a better username than the Ed family from the US who played in the sub battle on your team.
Yes, it was yes, Wadanis, yes, Dutch for yes. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Nepo, it's official, guys. Nepo has won. He takes a 1-0 lead. Well, what more to say?
Yeah, and if you look at the scoreboards, you see a number 1 next to couple of names, Carlsen, MVL, Rajabov, and Aronyan. It means that they are the players who won yesterday. They are leading in the match because every match consists of 2 days, 2 matches, 1 match a day. So everyone who has a number 1 next to their names, they are leading. And if they win again today or they tie, they won the match. So Giri, Hikaru, Wesley So, and Nepomniachtchi are in a must-win match situation.
I have every game 2 loaded. I think who finished first, Wesley and Raja, or was Hikaru the first game done?
I think it was similar, but maybe Raja drew earlier. Should be starting soon, those 2 games. I've just been told about the name, but I'm not going to say it out loud.
Yeah, it was good stuff. It was good name.
Gustav.
Little.
Thank you so much for the hype chain, by the way. Level 5 already at 248%. That's huge. Thank you.
You guys are awesome. And if you guys missed the 1-minute hype video for today on YouTube that was made yesterday by Jaren, that was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
That
absolutely epic. Jaren and Chesby coming up with this 1-minute clip that says it all. It says it all what this event has been about. And what was Hikaru's reaction when he learned that he has a chance to make a comeback today?
Yeah, and then a little compilation of some of our best moments, like some of our hype, excitement, banter, and so on and so forth. All right. Bishop e5. That looks nice, but he's got to get his rook into the game. Is rook c6 here a move? That looks so good.
I think so, yeah. So Nepomniachtchi has won his game, and this is the final game we are left with from the first round. But it's likely that Hikaru's game will start in any moment since he finished earlier.
Yes, of course, guys. Remember to remind us. I don't have any like buzzer or anything going off when the games begin. I just, well, frankly, I rely on chat to tell me. So yes, Hikaru did win. Very nice win. Very nice win. Not a great game by MVL either. Like this whole D5 business. MVL, I don't know. It was a very strange game. Broke in the center too early. I mean, perfect weapon by Hikaru though. Surprising MVL with this bishop D3 and then.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if MVL mixed up his preparation, because MVL is known as one of the biggest experts of the Najdorf Sicilian. Hikaru came to today's game with this bishop d3 sideline, which MVL still must be aware of. Obviously, he has studied the Najdorf for hours and hours, meaning that adds up to days and months at this stage. But he didn't remember it. He didn't remember his line.
MVL more or less at this point has made the Najdorf.
Yeah.
He's, Miguel Najdorf made the Najdorf, but MVL was the one that turned it into
true,
what
very
it is.
True. And even he can be caught with a sideline because there's so many sharp lines. Every Najdorf player has to keep remembering and analyzing, revisiting, and he did not remember this one. So very good preparation by Hikaru and his team.
I think Hikaru was actually like the first to pioneer the bishop d3 line. Well, listen, I'll do a Hikaru impression for you. I played this bishop d3 for the first time. This brings back really fond memories. I think I played it against the guy named, actually, I don't remember his exact opponent. It was an Indian grandmaster in Gibraltar in like 2015, I think. But I don't remember who it was against. Damn, he would have remembered. I couldn't do it, but I know it was a grandmaster from India. Might have been Karthikeyan. It might have been Murali Karthikeyan, but I'm not 100% certain.
Beautiful. We just need more arrows on the board, and we're gonna feel like Hikaru is here, not just his grandparents.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh, I gotta find it. Oh, I gotta find it. Dang. All right, chat. Someone find it. We have a lot of detectives. Yeah, Anisha's given away his advantage, Anna.
Oh, has he?
Yep.
Well, the world champion is the world champion for a reason. Doesn't matter how bad the position is. He yesterday escaped from about, was it a -10 at some point for Anish, which means it's completely winning. Maybe it wasn't exactly -10, but very close to it. So decisive advantage for Anish yesterday. Magnus escaped. Magnus Houdini Carlsen is back. Today it wasn't that bad, his position, but it was worse. It was worse.
Yeah, if Queen E6, there's Rook E6 with the pin. This is just going to quickly become a draw. So Magnus, despite being pawned down most of the game, defends well, and he's gonna save it again, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Not much else to say. Kind of upsetting. I keep cheering. It's not necessarily I'm cheering against anybody. I just want to see Anish win because I want to see what's gonna happen on Twitter. That's it. I'm supposed to be unbiased.
For the Twitter banter, it's better if Anish wins. At the same time, yeah, Magnus has played really well during the match. In this game, there were some questionable moments in the opening, but then he escapes because he fights and never gives up, and always makes it so difficult for the opponent that they crack, even if they have a -6 advantage. As you guys said, it was almost -7 for Anish yesterday.
We have moves in the guys. This is not. Hikaru's game has not begun. The game at the bottom left, my friends, is Timura job of Wesley So.
Well, wait, just when you say it, Maxime has pushed his e-pawn.
There you go. Beautiful. Perfect. Outstanding. Terrific. Tremendous. We're doing a tremendous job with this commentary. We've got the most viewers. Some are saying we're just doing more analysis, so that's why we've got more viewers. So we've got an Italian, Anna.
Mm-hmm.
Hikaru not castling yet. H6. Oh, is he gonna go G5? Or is he gonna castle? What's he gonna do?
I think he will not, and then he castles. You know
castles.
what? I should not predict his moves.
Well, if he needed to win, I think he wouldn't have castled. I think maybe he goes for G5, but he's very practical. This is all theory. If you guys remember, I'm pretty sure they played this exact line yesterday. Now knight e4, sack the pawn. Yep. FG3, or HG3. Okay, he plays HG3. That's also fine.
Yeah, and we are being asked if we could keep on the small board the Gary Carlsen game, which makes sense because the game still is on. It's a rook end game that will soon most likely end in a draw, but it's still on.
Yep. Easy. MVL puts these bishops like this. Now c5. This is a big game. This is a big game because if MVL doesn't win this game, there's a very high chance that in the next game Hikaru continues the assault in the opening, and if Hikaru wins the second game that he has with White, Anna, do they just go straight to Blitz?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't need to play the fourth rapid game if you score 2.5 out of 3 already. 2.5 or 3. 3 out of 3 is of course even better.
Yeah. Okay. So they will just go directly to the Blitz Playoff, which is 2 games, and if that's drawn, they play Armageddon. Hikaru, I'm assuming, gets to choose what color, right? Because he's the higher seed. I would imagine that's how it works. Okay.
Yeah. So the color, both for the match and for the Armageddon, is chosen by the player who finished at a higher rank in the preliminaries. So the preliminaries, the first 3 days of the event, were to determine which 8 players will make it to the quarterfinals. Those of you asking where is Alireza, he was eliminated in the preliminaries. So that was to determine the top 8, but also within the top 8, the standings matter for who can choose the color in the match, in the rapid match, in the Blitz and Armageddon.
That's exactly right. And that helps. It helps because then you get to choose to play with black and have more time and have draw odds. Sorry, less time, but have draw odds.
Yeah, if the Blitz ends in a tie, but I think if we get there, seeing MVS form today, at least that first game, I wouldn't want to be playing Blitz against Hikaru. I mean, as an honor, yeah, but I'm gonna get crushed even if I'm MVL.
I'm not sure what to expect in the Blitz.
Yeah, these are two of the best Blitz players in the world. We are of course going a bit ahead of ourselves. There's this game and two more rapid games. But if we get to playoff, you will see the current world number one Blitz player, that's Hikaru, playing against the former world number one of Blitz, Maxim Vachilagraf. So the two of them are sitting at the very top of that rating list, not just online, but also the FIDE rating. Their FIDE Blitz rating was number one and is number one for Hikaru at the moment.
Oh man, this is an interesting position here. I believe they've already departed theory. So what can we expect? That b2 pawn is not actually under attack because bishop h7 check and you lose the queen. Ouch. So then what does Hikaru want with queen b6? Does he want rook on d8? And then something with knight c6? What does he want?
I think so. I think it's just to be able to bring the f8 rook into the game. I agree with you that rook d8 or rook c8, activate the rook. It seems that the evaluation was showing slightly better position for white because the d5 pawn needs guidance. We cannot leave the d5 pawn to be captured. The e7 knight and the rook are guarding it at the moment. While the pawn structure of white is somewhat healthier, there's no isolated pawn in white's camp, and there could be a queen bishop battery over the h7 b1 diagonal. But if white does so, if white plays queen d3 now, that's actually a really bad move. It steps into bishop f5, and we're gonna win the bishop on c2.
So I wonder, I wonder what MVL is going to play. Okay, he puts his bishop on d3. I would really highly consider taking on f3 here just to then have the knight versus bishop. It's not clear what minor piece imbalance that you would want here. Maybe Hikaru will just preserve this guy and just double up, put the rook, knight c6. He's got a lot of options. But yeah, the Blitz will be exciting. You know, MVL was ranked number one in the world in Blitz at some moment. Hikaru is the current world number one. And okay, Hikaru is also trying to trade the bishops, which makes sense.
Yeah, we have a new copy pasta about the spam this dragon to jump on the Hikaru bandwagon. I love it, so I started spamming too. By the way, Levi, I was gonna inform you. I heard you talking about the waffle on your stream, and I decided on my stream to do an intervention. I think the waffle thing didn't work yesterday. I think it's literally on you that you didn't eat the waffle in the right moment. You didn't bring luck to Hikaru. So we don't want to take chances and ruin it today. No waffles.
Wait, so it was bad I ate the waffle, but it's also good if I don't eat it?
You did not eat it in the right moment.
Oh, okay. Wait, okay. I was just trying to... That makes sense. That makes sense. Right. No. That yeah.
It's not of responsibility. We cannot take chances today. No.
Okay. Well, I hope that breakfast is not a waffle. I'll have to just, throw it against the wall or eat it off camera. That's gonna be rough.
Unless you can eat it in the right moment, so you need to time it well.
Listen. I'm gonna eat as many waffles as I want, but we today we have a different pasta anyway, so.
Yeah,
I'm just happy
no waffle copy pasta. The waffle copy pasta does not work.
Yeah, but I think this dragon one will.
I like it. The Hikaru bandwagon with the Komodo dragon.
Yeah, as long as there's blame assigned, I'll shoulder this one. The next thing that goes wrong can be Anna's fault. Then it will be chat's fault. Then it'll be Danny Wrench's fault. We'll give a little bit of delegation to everybody.
Yeah.
So that, yeah, it's Ami Mac's fault.
All I know is that so far things are looking great, and that's the blame for you. Well, yeah, kind of. I'm gonna put all the blame on the chat for making all this flower power happen. Thank you for supporting Hikaru this much. You showed up, you're here, you're supporting him, and he started with a win. That's exactly what we needed. So I'm putting all the blame on you for his success. Well done. Keep it up. Keep it up, chat.
Yeah, you guys were great. Those of you that got here first. I mean, seriously, on point. Much appreciated. Yeah, by the way, I do say breakfast because it's like officially the first meal of the day, but I try to eat something before I stream. Banana, some sort of snack. MVL is just trying to go for Hikaru here. This is a little bit scary, a little bit, but what happens if we just take?
Yeah, take and bring the queen over before we get mated.
You know, take.
It looks scary, but it shouldn't be that scary because it would take a couple of more moves for MVL to bring the queen, the rook in. Imagine if the knight is on g5, a queen makes it to the h5, or the rook even, rook e3, rook h3, rook swing. Those look scary, but they take about 4 or 5 moves to arrange it. So I don't think that this is terrifying at the moment. We just need to make sure we put the brakes on this attack as soon as possible.
Plus, when the queen gets there, if it does get there, I mean, you move the knight and like to g6, for example. Even it's a little bit hard because in many ways, if you take and then the queen comes, you want to trade the queen, but you can't because your knight is hanging. But knight g6 probably is bad. Because there's like queen h5 and knight g5, and then there's also this. There's also e6. There's also e6. This thing is doing a little roller coaster, because as I said, engines have a little bit of a hangover. But e6 and queen h5. Queen h5 it didn't like because of, well, yeah, because it's trying to create counterplay on f2. But what if white plays rook e3, knight f4? Yeah, so it looks like Hikaru's just in time. Just in time here to hit the queen. But, like, look, again, engine's not afraid of getting mated. It just goes queen b2. As a human, to get this and then just leave all of... it's not so simple.
Yeah, I would lean toward bringing the queen to the king side as soon as possible from the human perspective. When you see the opponent's queen nearby your king, you want to try to bring it. The issue is that after h takes, queen takes, our e7 knight is hanging, so it stops queen g6, but it would be ideal if we could offer a trade of queens. As you know, the queen is the most powerful attacking piece, so if we could get rid of it, great. An endgame would be very, very welcome.
I've pulled up the Nepo game. Nepo played b6 on move 9 and just literally gave up his rook. Oh. Literally, bishop takes rook.
Okay, interesting. And yes, the Geary Carlsen game ended in a draw. We're gonna update it in the scoreboard as soon as possible. And actually, it's already there as I'm talking. I just saw in the chat that we haven't updated it, but it happened before I could even mention it. So thank you so much to our team for being so quick.
By team we mean Chessbay. It's a yes, you know, we got
one person team that I don't know how she does everything, because she is everywhere, always on point, does a million things at once. I imagine Bay as an octopus, in a sense that she can be on a phone call, typing at the same time, updating the scoreboard, posting a video on Hikaru's 2 YouTube channels, posting on social media, being here with us, modding and arranging everything behind the scenes. So that's how I picture Bay, because it's impossible to have so many things running at the same time.
Octopus. Okay, fair.
But in the best possible sense, because you need 8 arms to handle everything all at once.
It makes sense. By the way, octopi are very smart animals, or is that the right thing? Or marine animals. Hikaru is meanwhile he's like, you guys are insane. I'm not gonna take. I'm just gonna trade the queens. So.
Yeah, I like it because that's what we were trying to get to. But after h takes, queen takes, there was no time for queen g6.
So he's just going for the queen trade. Which also makes a lot of sense. If a guy's trying to attack you, just remove the most powerful piece he has. So, right. Send his phone to send MVL home. Oh, that's good. Man, y'all are creative. This is good stuff.
It is. I don't know how the copy pastas are born next. So someone makes it and then everybody else starts copying it if they like it, because it has to be something that makes other members, viewers want to copy and paste it. Like you gotta be creative, original, create something funny that people will copy.
Yeah, the phone one is gosh, that's on point. You know, I gotta say, I've watched YouTube live streams, right?
Yeah.
And the biggest complaint that people who just hang out on YouTube say is like, I can't do Twitch. You know, if chat moves too fast, I don't get, you know, a unique experience with the streamer. You know, it's just all spam. And then, like, I'll go to, like, big YouTube streams, Anna. It's all the same. They're just jealous they don't have emotes. Like, they just have to spam text. We have BTTV, and they have nothing, you know?
Yeah.
They just have...
And this is more
copyright laws.
dynamic. There's all sorts of Hikaru jams, Pet the Hikaru. By the way, bring those back. Bring the Pet the Hikarus also, because today we need everything we can. Yeah, I think every chat every channel that has tons of viewers, it will end up being too fast, whether it's copy pasta, BTTV, or just simply everyone talking at the same time, because we have over 20,000 of you at GMHikaru. Thank you so much for being here. It cannot be a slow chat unless it's on slow mode, but even then it's pretty fast.
Wait, Anna, oh my gosh, wait, that's so sick.
What is it?
I'm gonna retweet this. It has nothing to do with the tournament.
Oh.
No, but someone tweeted something really hilarious at me. Wait 1 second.
Tell us about it. We want to join in on the fun. Speaking of tweets, the other day, Levy leaked Gotham Chess bot, because chess.com has made bots for Hikaru, for Alexandra, for Beth Harmon, but now they are launching a new line of bots to join the army, and Levy will have one. He leaked it on broadcast the other day, and that very same day, I had the after party, the post-broadcast after party with the Unskilling Open. You guys remember, if you were there? Over 600 of you played in the viewer tournament, Unskilling Open. If I stream tonight, I will organize another tournament, but what I wanted to say is that chess.com appeared in the chat while I was streaming, and they leaked my bot. It was leaked on stream, and now it's on my social media too. Annabot is going for Gotham Chess. I asked them to make it stronger than Levy's. That's my one request.
Okay. I mean, all right. Okay. Some guy in my chat yesterday was after we were doing the stream after the commentary, and he was there like, "Yo, man, you shouldn't have leaked it, dude. Like, you shouldn't have leaked it. Now they're gonna make it weaker, dude." And I was like, "Dude, I don't." Dude, first of all, dude. They can make my bot 500. It does not hurt me in any way. It would just be memes. Then everybody could say they beat me like they normally do already. So, it's all good. It's all
Goodness
good.
me, I've just seen your retweet.
Yeah, somebody tweeted at me that they have the exact same shirt as I do.
Oh
and
my
they're wearing
gosh, this is amazing. And both of you with the gamer style, the gaming, well, you don't have the gaming chair yet, but you do have the gaming headset. No, I know Levy doesn't like gamer chairs. It's okay.
Yes, unless Secret Lab, we tryna, you know, one of y'all trying to like set up a meeting, you know, hit up my agent, you know, or Anna. Anna could, well, Anna already has one, so.
I just stole it from Kevin. It's not mine. And that's why it's not my size. I disappear in the chair because all the gaming chairs are depending on your height. And this chair is not for my size. It's for a very tall gentleman, not a tiny lady. But if anyone is wearing the same top as me, please tweet at me.
Yeah, if thank you, Chess Bay. Thank you. Yes, shout out to my boy Mike Lee. I didn't know if I was supposed to drop his name. Like I didn't know if, but all right. Well, there we go. Yeah, if anyone's watching, could sponsor my chair. That hasn't been sponsored yet. I got this from an abandoned office. Literally. It was a nice office, but they were closing it because of COVID, and they said, come and take some stuff. And I said, yes, I will do that. Okay, we're not talking too much about the game because we're not very
Yeah.
professional, but that's because it's kind of just fizzling, Anna, right? Like,
It is in the fizzling stage, which is not bad. It's not bad that it's fizzling out when Hikaru has the black pieces after a game that he has just won. So he's leading in the match, which means that if every other game is a draw, he wins today's mini match and then playoffs. So this is when we don't mind that there are no fireworks on the board because a draw is good. It's a good result.
Mhm.
And if he wins in the next game, as you said, Hikaru will have the white pieces in the next one, maybe another Nidorf. MVL better collect himself. He has to collect himself because if you don't remember your Nidorf lines and you get into trouble, Hikaru with another win, he will win the mini match already after 3 games.
I'd like to point something out. Anish Giri Magnus Carlsen has started
Yes.
at the bottom left, and Anish Giri is playing something I've never seen.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing. So if you guys don't know, the second strongest, or second or third, like strongest player in Norway is Jon Ludvig Hammer, Norwegian Grandmaster, and he always plays this setup: G3, Bishop G2, E3, and Knight here in bullet chess. I like he always plays that, and he said that he's like done work on it, and he like showed it to Magnus before. And Anna, I wonder, is Anish doing this on purpose? Like, is this some super... Because Anish plays theory. This is not theory. This is... I don't know what this is.
Wait a second. We must have the colors mixed up because Anish had the white pieces in the first game. It has to be Magnus with the white pieces.
Oh, you're right.
I think we just have the wrong names. It's got to be Magnus with the white pieces. I don't think Magnus wants to give white odds in every game, so it has to be. It's
that
Magnus.
means that Magnus is using the opening against Anish. Oh, that makes it so much funnier because Hammer has been like, yo, this is like the worst opening ever.
And Hammer was on Team Magnus for years. They are from the same Olympic team, but also Hammer worked for Magnus as a second.
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. It's because when the games get loaded, like the big feed gets loaded, we don't know which game is which. Like they just load all 16 potential games, so we have to change the names on them.
Oh, okay.
So there was that's where the error was. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's just that makes this a lot funnier because it means that Magnus is using this terrible opening against the niche, supposedly terrible opening. He's just getting a niche completely out of theory, basically. This is not normal. Like, you're not supposed to develop like this.
Yeah.
But,
explain why this is not so good for white. What makes it not so ideal? You see the bishop's free and cattle, everything is symmetrical, the knights are symmetrical too. So what makes it not so good for white?
It's not that it's not necessarily like bad, because you see that it's obviously not like white is losing. It's just that white is playing no knights to the center, and just kind of lets black equalize way too fast. Like that's the reality of the situation, is that white can fight for an advantage early and is just not doing that. White is just completely okay being passive. And wow, Anish Giri h5. He's had about enough. And he's going for h5. Oh boy. Meanwhile, the game on our screen is just completely equal between Hikaru and MVL.
And so, that's good. Remember, huge. It's good. Hikaru's leading. This is game 2. There will be 2 more rapid games. If they keep drawing, we'll see a playoff. But also, game 3. I just want to see Hikaru winning with the white pieces again to finish after 3 games and then the Blitz.
Mm-hmm. And he would just go on. Go on. Okay.
I wonder how the latest copy paste that was born on Hikaru's channel. It involves you, Levi.
Oh. Chat wants
wants extra content from you.
You guys got it. Haven't been contacted yet. I know they've been reaching out to people, but you know, I'm gonna wait for my invitation, and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So
Levy does remember my tweet when I leaked my business mail. I was professional enough to cover with a sticker the name of the person that emailed me, but it was the official OnlyFans business company reaching out as a business deal to my business mail. It was all business, but I was not interested in that business.
yeah, I haven't received my invitation yet, but you know, just waiting, you know, just waiting. You guys are watching, you know what to do. My business emails on my Twitter, so okay. This one might go unnecessarily long, even though Hikaru's got the extra pawn. They're isolated, but he can come down to B2, target these 2 pawns. And I don't think it's going to go on for too much longer. So I'll put these 2 on the little board. And then, who do we want on big board? Probably Carlsen, right? You guys want Carlsen.
I guess it's going to be Carlsen. Magnus Carlsen is leading in that match. Anish missed another opportunity to convert a better position. It wasn't as winning as his yesterday's game, but it was a better position, a pawn up. It's really difficult to beat the world champion. Only Hikaru got close to it in the previous Magnus tour, so I'm really hoping for another clash between these 2.
I got close once, you know. I got close. So he's not that good.
Really? Tell us about that game.
Yeah, it was a 1 minute game.
Did you play against the Magnus at age 10 or?
No. I played fully grown Magnus. I played him in a bullet game, 1-0 game.
Just trolling you. I know.
No, I know. I was just trying to move past getting completely destroyed on air.
No, well done. I would never get close to beating him. I only.
But Anna, you didn't.
I don't let you finish the story. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I was just gonna say that
Sorry,
he was probably like.
You almost won in a bullet game.
No, but I was gonna say he's like 4 beers in. That was the punchline. Like I probably, you know, when Magnus plays these bullet things, he obviously drinks and banters with friends. So who even knows if I was playing Magnus? But that was the only time I've ever played him. Have you ever played Magnus?
I played against him only in chess variants. I played against him and with him in Buckhouse chess and in Hendenbrain. Better to have him as a teammate than as an opponent, but I beat him once in Hendenbrain. I said this in one of my YouTube videos in an AMA because it's one of my proud moments, because I never played against him in classical chess. Obviously, I cannot. I'm too low rated to face him, not even in a simul. But I did play him in Hendenbrain and Buckhouse because as I said, I've been to most of these top events as a commentator back then when I still left the house. And we played just as a fun evening, because at most of these chess events, you're there for 2 weeks. We play card games, board games. The players play with each other, all sorts of games in the evenings as friends. It's a really chill atmosphere. So we were playing Hand and Brain one of the evenings in Vaikanze at Tata Steel Chess. And I had as my teammate Shahryar Mamedjarov. So he was the brain. Hand and Brain is that you call out the piece. So Shahri, I would say pawn, knight, bishop. So I had to move. I had to find a piece and move it. He cannot tell me which square. He cannot tell me the plan. But you need to kind of try to sync up with your teammate. He was calling out the pieces. I was making a move on the board against Magnus Carlsen. So he was the hand in the other team. And Fiona Style Anthony, Fion Kate on Twitch, she was the teammate of Magnus. And Magnus wasn't happy with the pieces he was given because I won the game. So I'm moving on the board against Magnus moving on the board. But obviously he cannot just move whatever he wants. He had to move the piece that Fiona chose for him.
So yeah, you're saying these guys are competitive even in after hours drunk blitz, or
he wasn't even drunk.
Oh,
Shahryar was.
Oh well, then why are all these dudes so salt? Like you gotta save the salt for the competition. But maybe they just have a killer instinct I'll never understand. Like, you know, you take L's sometimes, even if it's for fun. But no, not with these guys. These guys.
No, they're very competitive.
Oh, Wesley just blundered something huge. So Rajabov apparently blundered bishop b3, and Wesley had to go queen c2 instead of queen c3. Why?
Not quite sure.
Why? I don't understand. I don't know.
Hmm.
No clue. I don't know. Chat's like, haha, blunder. I don't even understand the difference between the two moves. Yeah, Wesley's got these
Bar. Yeah, the
supercharged
bar
bishops.
is not agreeing, but it's not obvious why.
Yeah, that's Meanwhile, sure, Hikaru on the oh well, Hikaru's game is he's slightly worse. I mean, I know the engine is saying 000, but he's got 2 pawns that are split, which makes it a touch worse for Hikaru, but he should be completely okay. He should be completely okay. I think chat was confused about something. Let me go through this game a little bit. You guys were confused about why the queen wasn't taken. I see. Well, then one guy would have lost his queen too. That's why. So, and if the queen had moved, you would have lost the knight. So he hit the queen, plopped the knight in here, and now Wesley goes e4. I don't know why it was so different eval wise, but
it's gonna be a mystery. But in terms of the positions, I'm just scrolling through the rest of the games, and reminder: 4 rapid games make up a match. So we are still in the first half, but the match could also end after 3 games if a player reaches 2.5 points. And hopefully that will be the case of Hikaru. I so would like to see that. For now, his second game is still underway, but should be heading toward a draw. They have simplified into this end game where not many pieces are left on the board. I would expect a handshake soon, virtual handshake, obviously.
Wesley has played a move that threatens a checkmate, so that's exciting. In fact, how does Rajabov stop this? He has to go f6, no? How does he stop this? He has to play the move f6.
I guess so, but f6, so you are sacrificing that pawn, but at least the queens will be traded. And that's not even 1 pawn, the g5 pawn will be gone too.
But f6 he's not going to take. No, don't take on f6.
You think he'll not?
But I wanted to go queen c4, but then queen b4. Oh. Okay, then yeah, take on f6. Sorry, Wesley, sorry. Yeah, please go ahead. Please take on f6. Then you hit this and this. Okay, yeah, queen f6, best move. Yep.
So queen f6, and if the queens are traded there, bishop takes, the rook is hanging, the pawn on g5 is hanging, but the b4 pawn still will be in the air too. What's the count at the end? Black will have 3 pawns and white will have 4.
I think it's pretty comfortably better for Wesley kind of throughout this endgame. It's also Livon up an exchange in his game, which Nepo just gave him in the beginning. Just completely gave him. Did he just play bishop takes g7?
Yep.
So he's sacking the bishop to win a second pawn? What?
Was that necessary? Was he scared of this pass pawn? Maybe it's already needed because the bishop is running out of spaces. If a3, bishop e5, f6, it's kind of trapped. And if you have to move the bishop to b8, rook b2, maybe he was in trouble.
Yeah, I think he realized that his bishop is kind of just in the way. So you give it up for a pawn, and then you give it up for another pawn, and you're actually not doing so poorly. Black's knight is very ugly on g7. Very bad. Yeah.
What a strange game, though. Nepomniachtchi is sacrificing an exchange, and now he has the initiative, so Aronian has to give that piece back.
Yeah, this is fascinating stuff here by these guys. All started by b6 from Nepo, which just quite literally lost the rook. But then the game just played on as normal, except one guy didn't have a rook and the other guy didn't have a bishop. Strange. But what do I know about chess?
I think you know a lot. You already told us you almost beat Magnus.
Well, almost is the key word. I mean, how many people in chat are undefeated versus us?
Good point, but I think they consider us easy victims. If we play, everyone is going for our scalps. Everyone wants to beat us, and they do. Well done. many many times that L is on our sides.
It's huge. I mean,
Look at the chat. Everyone is undefeated against us. We've
Chad is
never won a
undefeated against.
game.
Yeah, they've never. I mean, they've never lost against Magnus, Hikaru. Yeah. Do I know the correct pronunciation of Nepo's name? I'm not sure anybody does. Yeah, I think when you're supposed to say like "не помнящий," that's. But I don't need to flex knowledge of the Russian language on anybody, so. Не помнящий. Something like that. But then you have to say Livon Aranyan, which is how they say it in Russian. Then. Yeah, it's like always interesting because in Russian there's no like Z's, like the certain letters in Russian don't like you have to combine letters. So Russians don't have J, so they would make it DZH. That's how they would say names.
Yeah.
Like instead of Justin, they would say Djastin. Djastin. DZHUSTIN. Yep.
Yeah, it's interesting how names can change in Russian. I was also impressed by how, for instance, names that start with an H, let's say Victor Hugo, that I believe that's Google in Russian because you don't have that silent H in Russian.
Yes. Exactly. A little Russian lesson for the chat. Yeah, there's always the what I forget, Jinjichasvili, right? The Grandmaster.
From Georgia, yes.
Guys telling me to go to Carlson. Here I am. I have arrived. Now what? What do I do now?
We stay
Chat help.
here. We stay here.
Hikaru's still going to be on bottom board, I guess. On left side. Oops. Okay, we're here. Now what? Wow, these horsies look really nice.
They do. I don't like Anish's position. It's so it's a tiny room for a lot of family members. It feels like it's Thanksgiving, so I'm gonna picture this as a tiny room where 15 family members decided to gather together for the occasion. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. Happy Thanksgiving. For Anish, it's not the best way to celebrate. You need more space. So here,
Yeah.
White has lots of space thanks to the c5 and e5 pawns.
I think Magnus, by forcing the knight away to d7, can also start creating some sort of an attack. Like, I think now he needs to defend his c5 pawn. So something like knight d3. And then g4, h4. And just go for a kingside attack. Like, if you play g4 now, maybe a little bit too early, but still interesting. But knight d3 would hold everything together. Have you ever celebrated Thanksgiving with any American friends?
No, we don't really have Thanksgiving here in Europe. At least I'm not aware. And I lived in many countries, but it's not a thing for us.
You basically, so this is what you do. You go to the store, you buy way too much food. Someone who's good at cooking makes very tasty food. You then eat till you hate yourself. And the next day, you camp out until midnight for when the electronics store opens. That's called Black Friday. Then you buy a
we
TV
have Black
that you
Friday. Wait a second. So we have it, but without the eating, we are missing out on the best part. And to be thankful and grateful, I don't know why we are missing out on that part. We do have the shopping part. We do have the shopping part.
We eat till we hate ourselves, and then we go and we spend money we don't have at Best Buy because they offer a big TV we don't need for money that's like $100 less than normal. That's generally how this works. Also, Americans have turned Black Friday into like I don't even know. It's like Cyber Week. The whole week, everything is on sale now.
Yeah.
So I'm proud to be from the States.
I see. Now I understand why this Black Friday Cyber Monday thing is on Amazon constantly. I didn't know it has anything to do with Thanksgiving. I guess that's not was the initial idea, but capitalism decided why not.
Yes, I remember I would go with my friend. He very much enjoyed the doorbusters is what they call them. They offer like 20 or 30 of a product. You have to get there, and I would always be like, "Yo, why are we doing this?" He'd be like, "I want a TV." I'm like, "You wanted a TV the last 5 years. Your house is not that big." So we always end up getting like a blender for like 50% off or something.
I see.
Here comes Magnus, by the way. This is very bad news. This could be it. We could be witnessing the exit of Anish Giri. Not on this game, but if he loses this one, to fight back down a full game against Magnus could be very bad.
It does feel like it's not the kind of position you want to be in, especially since Anish spoiled his advantage in the previous game. Can he do the same kind of escape that Magnus has performed? Magnus Houdini Carlsen already twice in a row. Well, in a row, in meaning yesterday and today. Yesterday's escape was even more spectacular because that was a terribly lost position. Today's one was worse, but maybe not completely bad.
Yeah, this is just kind of peak Magnus Anish rivalry. Magnus surprised in the opening, out maneuvers, outplays. I'm actually kind of shocked how fast Anish is playing though. Levon has thrown what? Levo throw.
What?
How is there a Levo throw? It looks equal. What's going on? Levo throw? Also, I love how Nepo didn't take the knight.
Why did he
sorry,
not?
he didn't take the bishop with the knight. He didn't take the bishop with the knight.
Yeah.
What?
Why would you not want the free bishop?
I don't know. Well, now Nepo's trying to. What's Bishop
This
G7
game
is trying to.
is anything but easy to understand.
That really doesn't look good for Jan. How does Jan stop that?
Excellent question, Levi. I think the only piece that will make it back in time is the knight jumping to g5 to guard the h7 square. But why was the bishop not captured? Now it's on g7. It's beautifully guarding the passed pawn of white. It makes no sense it was not captured. What a game.
Hikaru game is still going. They are trying to... Okay, actually, no. It's probably going to end soon. Just the pawn up for MVL, but probably shouldn't be enough. Okay. Okay.
I'm still looking at this endgame being very puzzled. So it's still an exchange of for Aronian because the bishop on g7 was not captured when it was offered. Now the rook is attacked, but I would assume we can just move it away to where shall we go? A8, E8. Not back into the corner. Maybe G8 yes. Anything but blocking the H pawn.
It's the weirdest position ever.
Question
First
in
of
the
all,
chat. Yes, sorry, Levi. I just realized that we do have a question related to the event. If we can explain the Magnus Anish rivalry. Levi, over to you.
yeah, well, Anish, when he was he's maybe a year or two younger than Magnus. He beat Magnus a lot. Like I don't remember at the exact tournament, but that was kind of when he was coming up the ranks. And they kind of already were like jawing a little bit. Anish is always is much more extroverted than a lot of the guys at the top. So he. Wait, Nepo as I'm trying to explain this, Nepo played b4 and literally threw right in front of us. But it's so hard to figure out why. What is losing? Is it just h6?
Rook A1.
Oh, rook A1, and you can't go, wait.
To the engine,
A2?
winning.
A2? Take, rook b1, king e2, rook e1, king d3. Oh my gosh. Nepo's gone off the deep end. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh well, this was a really chaotic, unclear, complex game. I think it's very understandable that they have been making mistakes back and forth.
Yeah,
The
this is
question is about the story you started mentioning if Anish has ironic Magnus.
yeah. I'm not the kind of guy you can ironic. Yeah, he's never. I'm sure he's never said that, but Anish. If you go to YouTube and you type in Anish Giri, like Jobava becomes like the third search or fourth search. It's really funny. That video, when people were leaving comments, they're like, "Who's here from the Hikaru stream?" Yeah, and Levon finds it, and that's actually it. Oh man.
What a game!
Yes.
And Levon Aronian is already leading in the match, so this win will get him very close to the semifinals.
Yeah, but Nepo, let's not forget, Nepo did win the first game, so
Yeah, in terms of like tying the score with 2 games to go, the overall match is a lead. But you're right that oh, but yeah, if I take into account that, because I kind of forgot that the first game was a pretty easy win for Janja Pamyashi. Imagine had he taken the bishop. I guess it was more complex than that. It was a free bishop everyone could see, but I guess it has consequences to slow down Black's play if the knight had gone to g7. But it's a very strange game.
very, very strange game. Wesley, I popped on the screen, guys, is trying to convert an endgame. MVL is trying to beat Hikaru in a position that would take some finesse to win, and also some finesse to lose. Chat wants me to finish the story.
Yes.
So, Giri beat Magnus in Wykanze, the tournament in the Netherlands, and just kind of has always been, poking here and there. A little bit on social media, always like kind of some banter, trolling him. But it got like it got bad. It got like seriously bad because I think like in the past few months they had like an actual serious problem, not even like as a joke, and that also got very public on Twitter over comments about Anish's playing style and undermining him as a challenger in some capacity. It was and it wasn't just Magnus. It was like his team. So it was like people who represent him were also like getting in somehow, and like, yeah, it was a very unpleasant like 24, 48 hours for the public, and maybe for Anish even more than that.
But they got out of that stage those few days that it still is a kind of constant banter on Twitter and rivalry, but I think it has turned into a more wholesome bromance kind of banter and poking each other, because at the earlier events of the Magnus Tour, for instance, it was Magnus who said that one of the most likely opponents of his in the later stage of the tour will be Anish Giri, and he literally said in his interview, "See you in the finals," predicting that Anish will do well in the tournament. And the two respect each other very much when it comes to their chess knowledge and skills. And I think Magnus has always been, whether he is trolling him or not, he always honestly has considered Anish a very serious contender. Yes, drawing tendencies and such, but in terms of his opening preparation and knowledge and skills, Magnus respects a lot Anish. And likewise, I think it's a mutual respect, but they still keep poking each other and making fun of each other. It's great to see. It makes it entertaining.
Yeah, people are saying that Anish is a sophisticated troll. That's yeah, very true, and we need more stuff like that. Wesley has beaten Rajambov, by the way, to fight back here. Aranyan is okay, still winning. So Gustav, definitely Gustav.
Gustav.
There is a very strange take. Magnus fans, for example, like diehard fans of Magnus, like unless you praise him a lot,
yeah,
like people will ask me, they'll be like, "Why do you hate Magnus?" And I'm just like,
"Oh yeah, I get that too, and I get on well with the guy. Like it's just like,
yeah,
we
like
are
you know him,
Hikaru's
you've
channel.
spoken to him, like you've played like tandem chess. It's so strange. The fans are like, oh, why do you hate my god? Answer my shrine. I have the shrine of him. You must repent. It's like, I don't know, guys. Like, we can criticize moves. We can criticize actions. We have no ill will or ill feeling toward any titled player. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't. So
No, the thing is, we are here on Hikaru's channel. We are friends of Hikaru. We are Team Hikaru. So obviously, we are rooting for Hikaru. We are covering his games on his channel. So you can call us biased. We know it. We know it. But everybody else, we would root for them if they are not the opponent of Hikaru. Because here at GMHikaru, Hikaru should always win. Flower power to Hikaru. Everybody else is a really strong player. And very most of them are really nice and friendly people. I met all of them. As I said, I had the luck to play Hendenbin and Buckhouse and all sorts of card games that you wouldn't think chess players play, but they do. Even these top grandmasters are into mafia type of card games and such. They kept on playing it for years. There was this one, what is it called? Avalon? Avalon. How many of you know Avalon? Magnus, MVL, Fabiano, the whole crew at Norway Chess, they played it during the entire event almost every evening. And the next year, they brought the board game back and they played it again. And they are competitors that always fight against each other at super tournaments, Norway Chess included. But in the evenings, they just chill and they can play a game together. It's very wholesome. The atmosphere is usually really wholesome.
I wouldn't know. I have not been an on-site commentator. Let's not forget that Anna literally covered the most important chess match in the world just about 2 years ago, right? Right around this time, like 2 years ago.
Yeah, November 2018. It was a cool experience, but that one wasn't as wholesome in terms of atmosphere between the two teams, because the World Championship, the two camps, obviously, Team Magnus, Team Fabiano, they stayed in different hotels, they ate in different restaurants. There was one occasion where I think by mistake they stepped into the same restaurant, and you don't want to sit next to the other, like the table right next to Magnus' team if you're Fabiano and you're there with your seconds, you want to talk about the preparation. So they avoided each other, but that's for a reason at World Championship matches.
Yeah, makes sense. That once it's over, you don't really beef with the guy. I would assume. Oh, unless Kramnik Topalov.
Oh,
Kramnik Topalov is really something. They could write a book about that. In fact, they probably will. The greatest the greatest drama of Super GM history. You guys don't know about Levon is throwing. Oh, Levon is throwing. What is going on? What is going on? Where is his advantage? No, but sorry, what is attack? Sorry, oh, Bishop D4. Oh my god, that's devilish. Look at that. And Levon plays Bishop D8 and blunders. I mean, that's like the beauty. Nepo throws you a curveball, and here you're supposed to find like the only. Oh my god, Bishop D4 is so funny because if take, you lose the rook. And if you take with the bishop, you get checked and then you lose the rook. Oh god, and you just lose the game.
goodness
Oh my
me.
god. Whew.
This game has been such a roller coaster. Every time we tune in, the evaluation bar jumps, it felt like.
Yeah, crazy stuff. And Magnus is now completely winning. Magnus is completely winning. Yeah, wow. Okay. Well, actually, Giri's threatening mate. Rook c8, queen h1 can happen. Wait.
So Magnus says King g1. I see this. I see the mate. I'm gonna make sure there's no checkmate in one. Yeah, this has been a bad game for Anish. We told you guys earlier when Anish was struggling with space, that Thanksgiving dinner where too many people are sitting at the same table, and so with social distancing, even worse. Like you cannot fit so many people into the same room. So something went wrong for Anish right out of the opening, and now this is a pawn up for Magnus with an A passed pawn that will start marching toward the A8 promotion square. Bad news for Anish, who said he, of course, has to make a comeback. Must tweet, must win. It's not happening.
Apparently, the only way for Aronian to keep his advantage after bishop d4 was to play rook g7 check. So give a check first. And then when the king... So the king shouldn't go to the back rank because then it gets cut off and h7, h8 just wins. So the king would come forward. Oh my god, wait. If you're telling me if Aranyan had played rook g7 after bishop d4, he was +9?
What?
Wait, so rook g7 is +9. It's over. Literally over. Because you just push. And you shield the bishop from... Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, he just completely missed rook g7, h7.
It's so much easier for us, of course, looking at the engine evaluation and then understanding what has happened. But for these two human beings playing this game down to a minute, there's a 10-second increment, but for now they have used every other minute of their time in a crazy complex position.
This is gonna be insane. This is gonna be insane. I'm keeping it here because I only the chess gods know what's about to happen. There are kings all over the board, passed pawns running. 0-0. God, it's so tough being a commentator, I gotta tell you. Like, chat wanted me to point out the right idea, so I did. And now someone's like, you would have never seen that, Levy. It's like, chat! I know we can't please everybody, but we're trying to show what the best... Like, I am fully aware of that. You know,
we are not playing there for a reason. We would never be invited to this tournament.
All right, I gotta finish the drama between Topalov and Kramnik, so hate watchers, just give me a second, all right? Get back to hating after the story. So, there was a world championship match between Kramnik and Topalov. Kramnik was winning the match when Topalov's manager, I don't remember his name, I believe his first name Silvio, I don't remember his last name.
Danilov.
There you go. Yeah, see? So Silvio Danilov basically accused Kramnik of cheating. He was like, Kramnik is walking frequently to his private bathroom. They should use public bathroom, or they should close the bathroom, or they should, you know, follow him to the bathroom, or... And Kramnik was like, yo, what? Excuse me? And there was an appeals process put in place to, like, reinstate the fact that he could use his bathroom, his private, and, you know, they wouldn't have to share one. It was all sorts of chaos. And Kramnik forfeited a round because he was protesting until they reinstated his ability to go use the restroom like a normal person. But that was because his team had a procedural mistake. They were supposed to put in something before a certain time. They didn't do it. So he literally forfeited a game on World Championship stage, and he said that he was going to sue FIDE. He ended up winning the match. But then in like an interview with a newspaper, Topalov was totally just straight up accusing the guy. I mean, it was like wild. He was like, well, if you look, his moves coincided with blah, blah, blah. When he came back, it was, I mean, that's the drama. Also, they don't shake hands when they play. So they don't shake hands anymore. And yeah, good stuff. Good drama.
Good stuff.
Magnus blundered.
What?
Yeah. He played a5 and he's apparently blundered his advantage. Why?
Ooh.
Yes, it was called Toilet Gate. Yes, it literally was called Toilet Gate.
Yeah, it was called Toilet Gate, and then when I was accused of cheating, then my case, thanks to the Toilet Gate, was named, what is it, Lip Balm Gate? Yeah, I guess so. Lip Balm or Lipstick Gate? Both. I think I read both. That this is the original one, the Toilet Gate.
Knight e4 seems to be... Is there some perpetual here? Man, queen and knight, I said, are such a vicious combo.
It is vicious.
Such a vicious combo. So there's but you're not actually threatening some knight c... So maybe there's knight c5, queen d1? That could be it. It could be knight c5, and then you just take the pawn and then go here. Oh, that could be it. Wow, this could be huge.
You take the b3 pawn, and then black also has a pass pawn that will start running. Yeah, it seems that even the world champion can make mistakes. As invincible as he is usually and as accurate his endgame technique is, he now made a mistake too.
There you go. There you go, guys. We have that game at the bottom left of your screen. This one between Aranyan and Nepo is wild. Absolutely wild. Hikaru has drawn, yes. Yes, he has drawn.
Yep. 3 more games to go. 2 more games to go. Flower power. We need all the flower power because the match is not decided.
Do we do here? This pawn's about to promote. There's got to be a way to stop it, but... Wow! Levon played a move with 3 seconds on the clock. 3 seconds to gain his time.
Goodness me. So there's a 10-second increment, but 3 seconds. That's a heart attack that he's causing to us who are watching the game. And he's going low on time again. 11. Okay,
Yeah,
now he
but
made a move.
it's going to be a draw. Wow, all this hype, but now just bishop g5, and that's it. I mean, the bishop holds the pawns, and yeah, draw. All right, well, all that drama and excitement. Or that. We could also play that. Why would we play that? King h5? What is Levon doing? Why didn't he defend his own pawn? What? Okay, I mean, this is still okay, but it's losable. Maybe.
Yeah, White would need to build a fortress. It's so crazy that this game started with Nepomniachtchi sacrificing an exchange, then Levon giving a piece back. Now it's an exchange of for Nepomniachtchi.
It should be a draw. You're right. There should be a fortress, like a way to just put the bishop on g3.
Yeah.
Is there any way for black to break it? Probably not. Probably not. No, Levon's just this is fortresses are. They take the allure away from the game. Yeah, you just play like this and just walk around.
Do. The only way this would not be a fortress is if white had one pawn less, so you could have a chance to give up the rook for a bishop and a pawn, and then a king and pawn in the game could be winning, depending on the circumstances, obviously. But this has to be a draw with the bishop on g3. Just moving the bishop on the b8, h2 diagonal, the king will never move. The king on g2 will stay where it is, and you just move the bishop.
Okay, it has happened. Will be a draw. Carlsen Giri also going to a draw. MVL and Hikaru. We are awaiting things there. I feel like there's a moment here. Anna, would you mind if I left for a second?
Feel free to leave, yes. But
Just
like
to...
the room as well, or the board and...
So I'll keep it on Carlsen Giri. I just have to use the loo.
Oh, I thought you were just joking, so I went in with the joke. No, you can leave, and now I'm gonna explain things without drawing.
I was totally serious.
No, absolutely.
Yes, I'm not gonna be. I'm not using engine. Okay, in the bathroom.
Toilet gate.
It's the only restroom I have. So if you don't let me use this one, I mean, it's the floor. Or I don't know. So, all right, guys.
I think we'll let you use the toilet instead of the floor. Sounds like a better option. I'm gonna take over. I don't have control of the mouse, so we're just gonna be looking at the board and visualizing. I always struggle with that verb. We're gonna try to imagine what could happen after this g4 push. That pawn is hanging. If I had control of Levy's board, I would draw an arrow from the black pawn to the white pawn, because that's free stuff. What happens if the pawn is taken? Does white just want to push further, h5, give up those pawns, and then threaten to give checks? I think that's Magnus's idea here, but this just feels like it's only good for a draw. Did he decide that now he has to go for it? That he has to just admit that it's not a winning advantage? That's actually something very important to, as a competitive player, or also obviously for club players, hobby players, to realize when you have spoiled it, when you blew your advantage, it's not winning anymore. You still need to hold on to that half a point. So going all in just because you had a winning position earlier is not what grandmasters do. I think Magnus by now knows that he made a mistake. He knows that this position is not winning anymore, and he's treating it very practical. G4, h takes g4, then pushing the pawn to weaken the king, giving up those pawns, but after queen e3, queen g5, he's got tons of checks. And there are still tricks because the a7 pawn is so close to promotion. There are tricks in the position, but I think that's what we're going to see after this pawn being captured, to push or to come back with the queen. Yeah, he pushes first, and then because the g pawn will capture this white pawn, so 2 pawns sacrifice. This is a sequence of sacrificing 2 pawns, but it also means that the king will have nowhere to hide. Once the queen comes back to e3, I wish I could draw that so that you don't have to look for the coordinates on the squares, but the queen will drop back and start giving checks to the black king. You can collect those pawns back. You can capture those pawns with a check. That would be the idea of Magnus here, I believe. Shout out to Jojo in the chat of Hikaru, who has done some amazing work for the thumbnails on Hikaru's channel. If you guys know the amazing, hilarious artworks that Hikaru brings on his YouTube channel, on both of his YouTube channel, a lot of them are thanks to Jojo Chess Noob. You're a very creative artist. And I also had my 2 sub battle thumbnails made by Jojo on my channel. This position should lead to a draw, but it's not official yet. And with the a7 pawn, 1 square away from promotion, a mouse slip could happen. Do you think there will be a mouse slip? Anish giving back the mouse slip favor? Not in this game. I don't think so. What's your prediction? Now that I have taken over both the GMHikaru channel and the Gotham Chess channel, we have a combined viewership. Oh, wait a second. My math is terrible, but this is way more than 30,000, 35,000. Over 35,000 of you watching. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the flower power and for supporting Hikaru, who still has 2 more games to go. 2 more games for Hikaru.
Game hasn't started yet, right?
No. I think we are close to a draw in Magnus's game. He gave up both the G and H pawns to now go for Queen G5 check. And then collect the pawns with check could be the idea. But I think the king will drop to F8 instead of moving to the H file.
Yeah, I don't think Anish is going to lose all his pawns with checks. Let's see. Oh, they did start.
Oh, okay.
They did start. So let me just pull up. I
missed it completely. Now that you weren't here, I had to look at the one game I had in front of me.
Well, no, they actually just they're firing the same moves. So
Okay.
there's a very high chance that if like the game just started, they probably just played like 10 moves of theory. So nice, very nice.
And I think, Levi, you are hitting viewership records on your channel today. 13K again. Do I see that well?
Yeah,
Chat is saying
it's pretty
13K.
wild. I might
Well
set a
done.
viewership record. So
Well done.
We'll see,
Yesterday, my channel hit 10K. For me, that was the biggest viewership ever. And for you, it's already 13K. Amazing job.
thank you. Also, we just started another hype train. So Hikaru's chat, you guys know what to do.
Yay.
My chat's having a good time as well. They said that I was ignoring them while I was away from the screen. That's what my chat does. Like they know I'm leaving, but they still guilt trip me.
Oh, don't you have your phone with you when you go to the toilet to see the chat from your phone, Levi?
Yeah. I couldn't respond. But yeah, yeah. By the way, Magnus and Anish did draw, so they've drawn. They have drawn. So, yeah, totes. Of course I do. What are you talking about? Thanks, Joe, for the 5 sub gifts over there on little old Gotham's channel. Hikaru's already blasting through a level 2. We doing good. We doing good stuff. Tomorrow we'll be back. We'll be back with Anna, so we can do the same thing over there.
Thank you. For now, in terms of the quarterfinals, Magnus now missed his chance, so it's still a 1-1 between the two of them. But Magnus won yesterday's match, so Anish badly needs a win. As for Hikaru, if he wins this game, playoffs immediately, because that would be a 1-1. If it's a draw, we're gonna see a 4th rapid game.
Wait. Rajabov and Wesley So already finished their 3rd game.
How?
They just drew. It's on the bottom left. They agreed to a draw on move 15. So apparently there's no rules against that. You can just trade all your pieces and agree to a draw. Wait, what? I'm so confused.
No. They cannot offer a draw under move 40.
That's
Unless
what
they
it says?
ask for a permission from the arbiter or how. You have to repeat moves. They
I don't
cannot
know.
offer a draw.
That's what it says? And can we confirm or deny that?
Oh well.
It says draw. It just says the game's over.
We're gonna wait for confirmation, but from what we know, the regulation had a rule against a draw. By the way, it's called the Sofia rule for that World Championship match between Kramnik and Topalov. I believe that was the first tournament where it was applied, that you cannot offer a draw under a certain number of moves. Usually it's move 30. In this tournament, move 40, the Sofia rule.
Okay, got it. Different spam here. I know the chess dev spam. Oh, this is looking really nice for Hikaru. He just kicked out Maxime's knight. They both have it's, you know, MVL's knight has been sent back to B8, and Hikaru can... Okay, now he's gonna send this knight packing Anna, and then... What's he gonna do? Is he gonna go F4? Is he gonna go C4? What's he gonna do?
I just see so many questions about who is Sofia. No, it's referring to the capital of Bulgaria, not a person. Although it could be a person. Maybe Sofia was. It was a reference to one of the Polgar sisters, Sofia Polgar.
I think yeah. So there's obviously Sofia Polgar, but yeah, you're absolutely right. Is that the capital of Bulgaria?
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone on my channel says I'm missing GM Hess as a commentator.
We miss Robert too, but Robert does commentary on his channel often.
Correct. You also don't need to tell me that in my chat. That just somehow you know when you arrive to twitch.tv/GothamChess, there's a very high chance you're gonna get me. You know, it won't be Hess, but Hess does stream. If you want Hess, he's got GM Hess as a channel. So, but it definitely seems a bit strange. The only thing you can complain about is why is Hikaru not on the screen? He is in spirit. He's right there in front of us playing MVL. And Anna, if he wins this game, we go to Blitz, and one of them has to get eliminated.
Games. Exactly. This is the all decisive match of today. Whether Hikaru will make it to the semifinals or he will be eliminated. These are the two options, and we sure hope it's moving on to the semifinals.
We get short castles from MVL. I want to see Hikaru play F4. But I don't think that's necessarily the best move. But I just want it. And then if he gets it to F5, oh, he's gonna attack him. He's gonna attack him. What's actually wrong with F4?
I like it.
Okay.
I like his position. Yes.
Yeah, what exactly is... I don't actually know exactly what's wrong with this move. Oh, the computer's just basically not scared. It's like, okay, H4. God, Anna, this is so unnatural. By Black that he has to play like this. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't believe. Yeah, computer's obviously just like a cowboy. It just doesn't care.
Interesting how the engine suggests a move like Rook C1, natural move for white, and then for black it says H4. Push that pawn even further.
Yeah, it's amazing that the computer isn't thinking to attack. Even a move like Bishop H6 isn't in my top recommendations, which just looks so natural to go Bishop H6. But
yeah.
The thing is, Anna, if MVL gets two moves, Knight H7 and like F5 and H4, that's three moves. But the concept of Knight H7 and F5, he's actually creating some serious problems for Hikaru. So it's Hikaru who has to do some stuff to stop all of that. There is a very high chance this game breaks out into complete pandemonium in the next few moves. What's our combined view count? How we doing? What's going on in Hikaru's? What do you see on your screen? I see different numbers than you guys because that's how Twitch works. Hikaru, oh, Anna, he's played Rook C1.
He did. Will we
It's
see
the best
H4
move.
by MVL? Will he play the best move of the engine? And yeah, over 36,000 of you tuning in, 35, 36, depending on which numbers you're looking at. I think we are over 36 in this very moment. Thank you so much. Can we make it to 40? Can we
Yes,
make it to
do
40?
not stop the count. Keep on counting. Don't stop the count. The lawsuits were... Let's go. Let's go. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
I love the new copy pastas. There's so many creative ones. Keep it up, guys. Keep it up.
Oh, this is awesome. The view count will just break sometimes. It just absolutely freezes at a certain number. Oh boy. Well, that's an amazing one. That's an amazing one that I see. I see shield. I see flower. I see flame. I see floppy. What no.
Floppy. Spam
Splam
this floppy. To make me a sloppy. Brilliant.
Oh, great, fantastic. Floppy disk is the wait, what? Is that poo? Oh, great. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. They're okay. Apparently, all right. Fantastic. Terrific.
Yeah,
Terrific. Good stuff.
New ones. We've got some new ones. Well, we were talking too much about the toilet gate, so of course, the copy pasta had to follow up.
The energy is on point. I'm seeing if we have Nepo or Ranyan. We do. Actually, Nepo has just played a move. Let me know when the Carlson game starts, everybody, so I can make that our feature bottom board game. Hikaru is navigating this position beautifully. He's rerouting his knight from G3 to E2, maybe to the queen side, and maybe... Whoa. MVL's giving away a pawn. MVL is all in. MVL is all in. He's just giving Hikaru a pawn and the gate, the keys to the queen side, Anna. This could be it. Hikaru can win this game.
So why is he giving up the pawn? He thinks that he needs the b6 square for his pieces. He wants activity as compensation. So if c takes b5, will he go? Oh, okay, he's undermining the d5 pawn, but I don't think he can take it. That looks like a losing move because of bishop h6. So it's important to point out that c takes b5, knight takes d5, bishop h6 would attack both the knight on d5 and the rook on f8. So if he cannot take the pawn, is his idea to play knight b6? Is his idea to play queen b6?
Very, very perplexing, actually. It could be any of these moves. The problem is that Hikaru actually doesn't have to lose any of the pawns. Knight c3. And that would just be that. I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm not exactly sure how MVL plans to win his pieces back, or pawns in this case.
Yeah, queen b8 to attack the b5 pawn. But even if MVL wins one of the pawns back, the position is opening up, and Hikaru is the one with the pair of bishops. So I think this is just very fishy. It has to be a really good position for Hikaru, who defends the b5 pawn, because that's a pass pawn. They're doubled, but it's a pass pawn, and if the d5 pawn is captured, that opens up further the position.
Yeah, taking on d5 is too dangerous because of queen b3. Hikaru correctly sees that this is wide open. Oh my god. This man goes 2 times into the playground. That MVL is like the bully at the playground, all right, in the Najdorf. And this man, Hikaru, walks up and goes, "You want to fight?" And he's about to win 2 games using this bishop d3 idea. These games actually could straight up have a high theoretical value. I mean, because he's proven that 2 times that this is working. So we will have to ask him about that. And MVL's just lost, Anna. He's straight up just losing.
Yep, that's what the evaluation bar says, and I'm just as impressed with Hikaru's preparation against the Najdorf. As you said, MVL is the Najdorf. Nowadays, he is the biggest expert of the Najdorf variation. And Hikaru, for the second time today, outplays MVL in his favorite opening. If he wins this game, a reminder, there will be no 4th rapid game. We are going straight to the playoffs. It will be a 1-1 between these two matches. Yesterday's one was won by Maxim. Today's one is about to be won by Hikaru. And then playoffs. We're going to see who will win in the Blitz games.
Oh, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. I'm pumped. Chad, I hope you're pumped. This is awesome.
And Hikaru didn't even know he had this day. He had this chance to make a comeback, and now he's crushing MVL.
Yeah, so crazy. Like, the man straight up did not know that he had to play. Like that's completely blows my mind. He plays queen b3, which is also very strong. Absolutely also an okay idea here. And I don't know. I don't know what to say. Wait, what is this? Another one about I'm seeing stuff about like a force and spam too, man. You guys are sharp. I'm loving this. This is excellent. Excellent stuff.
Yeah, today's copy pasta is just getting better and better. It's a wide variety of topics, tools, food, and other items covered. I don't even know how to name those anymore, but yes, well done, everyone. I'm loving it.
Guys, I actually don't know what MVL is going to do. Also, whoa. What the hell is happening on the other game?
The Carlson game? No, it hasn't started, right? Ooh, now I see what you see. What is the king doing on g6?
Yeah. Hello, guys.
Commentary. Oh my
Hello,
God,
guys. It's
Abu.
me, King. What? What? What is this? Oh my God. Nepo allows knight f2. Anna, have you ever seen this? I've never seen this in my life.
It must be a very theoretical line. I'm gonna take a look at the database, but it looks crazy. It looks absolute madness.
What? What is this? Okay. Okay.
Still
Sure.
10 games in the database. As crazy as it looks, it
But,
has
like,
been played.
By like serious players?
Grandmasters, most of them.
This is
I think
theory?
only
Okay.
grandmasters would enter this because it's absolute madness.
Okay. Okay, it's theory. Okay, sure, great, good stuff. Yep, excellent. It looks like I don't know. I don't know.
Classical chess. Learn from the top grandmasters in the world, but do not try this. No, this is too much. See, there's this difference between theoretical lines. There are theoretical lines that are based on the principles of chess, what you need to achieve in the opening stage of the game, development, king security, fight for the center. This one,
Yeah, this one kind of breaks some rules, huh?
a few of those.
Yeah. Wow, that's this I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. What I do know is that I think we're gonna get Carlson Geary. Yeah, there they are. Carlson Geary are now on the bottom left. Unless, guys, you want to watch this king hunt. Unless you want to watch the king hunt. You tell me, do we want Nepo or do we want Carlson? I need everybody to pause the button of the spam and give me a name. King hunt game? Okay, everybody seems to want to see what's going to happen with Iranians. No poll. Say no. Guys, everybody knows it's how loud you yell. That's how you get your point across. So Nepo it is. Nepo will stay. Nepo will stay, my friends.
So back to Hikaru's game, because this could be it for the rapid portion. It's not the end of the overall match, but this could mean a win for Hikaru overall in the rapid portion if he wins this game and then playoffs.
Yes. Hikaru has to find the right way in. So he plays bishop h6, which is a good move. The rook is going to go now. And what that does is it removes a guard from f7. That's a really big problem. This is a really, really big problem. Actually, Anna, this is completely... I think this is just completely lost.
It has to be lost because once the rook moves bishop c4 and the knight is hanging, the f7 pawn is under attack if the knight moves.
This is going to end very soon. I don't understand how he intends to defend himself after bishop c4, because then also rook d1. So this move removes the defender of this, and then you just get like this. This is lost.
It's gotta be lost.
It's just completely lost.
Bishop c4, rook d1. So even if the queen is guarding the knight after, let's say, rook c8, bishop c4, queen b7, rook d1, the knight cannot be protected. And if it moves, bishop takes f7, that's another pawn, and the king. The king's security will be crucial. Hikaru is about to claim the rapid portion and then earn the right for that playoff, which he didn't know that he had.
Yeah, that's really something. To find that out and then come back and do it again. Bishop c4, and that's it. I mean, it's just over. There's no other way to put it, because MVL's very best move might literally just be to play rook takes bishop. Just rook takes bishop, and yeah, he's played it, but queen c4. I mean, you're not gonna win this game, let alone not lose it. This is completely over. Bishop g5, rook d1. This is easy peasy. Easy peasy.
What a difference it makes how yesterday's games went and today. Everything is on point. Hikaru's preparation, the confidence, how he converts it seemingly very easily. He makes it look like it's easy to crush someone who used to have a rating of 2,800. Maxim Vachier-Lagrave had as a FIDE classical rating, so not just online ratings where it seems that there are certain barriers, higher barriers you can break, but in classical chess, 2,800 is a threshold that only a very few have broken, and Maxime has done so too. He's one of the very few in the world. And Hikaru makes it so easy to beat someone who has the strength of a 2,800 rated player.
Yep.
I know my pronunciation is amazing, guys. Thank you. Thank you for pointing it out. No, I know that I mispronounce certain words, but I'm not a native speaker and I'm proud of my strange accent.
Oh, no, I was like, what are people complaining about now?
Oh, nothing.
No, y'all
but
are great.
I always
Y'all
take
are...
it. I always take it as basically, it's my disadvantage and advantage too. Try to copy my accent, guys. Not so easy.
It's
No,
true.
just kidding. Just kidding. I know I speak in a strange way in every language, including my native language. So just because I live abroad and I speak quite a few languages in comparison to like
Oh, are we getting flexed on?
Levy? No,
Oh,
Levy speaks a lot of languages.
Are we let's not put this back on me. I speak like 2.5. Anna was about to flex, is what she was gonna do.
I was gonna say people who speak a lot of languages also don't speak any language at all. So just because I learned a lot of languages, I think it makes me not speak any language correctly, including Hungarian. My Hungarian is even worse than my English.
Too dank.
True story. True story.
Too dank. How many languages do you speak?
I learned 5, but I don't speak any of them properly, as you guys can see.
5 is on point. I love like when all of this like high energy is going on, like both chats. Like I'm looking at I can always draw inspiration for memes from the actual chess.com game chat. They always like have like very like fun, banter. By the way, guys, this is it. This is it. It's going to end like in a moment because Hikaru is threatening bishop f6, a combination of rook a8, knight g3, and it's over. I mean, he I don't want to jinx it, but it's lost. It's very much lost.
We are this close, and then the Blitz. We're gonna have to read up on the Blitz format again because this will be the first playoff that we witness in the Champions Tour, and they have changed a couple of things in the format. So we better make sure that we have the right one.
I do believe it's 2. And then
the 2 games. But is it the exact same time control that they used in the previous tour?
It's 5-3. Yep, it's 5-3. Okay. They didn't sneak in like 4-4 or anything like that.
Who knows at this stage?
Yeah, well, look, here it's still just a little bit tricky, but the good thing is the B pawn is held. Now, if you play something like knight g3 and MVL plays knight e6, you have first of all knight f5. And also, like, take queen h6, king moves, bishop takes, queen f6. You've got rook a8 to come, and it's just GG, something like this. So it's we got some checkmate coming. We've got some checkmate coming.
I don't want to jinx it, so I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm looking forward to seeing that position. This, for instance, according to the engine, wasn't the most accurate, but it's still a huge advantage, obviously, for the exchange up. The knight cannot be taken on e2 because that would only be a trade for the other knight. So Maxime goes back to b7.
Yeah, now you can even go b5, by the way. You can even go b5, and then you can kill the coordination here of the pieces. This knight g3, knight f5, and queen h6 idea. Also, winning the dark squared bishop would be huge. If you get knight g3, knight e4, like take bishop e7, that would also be really strong. Because the king has weak dark squares around it. If you win this dark squared bishop, you should just be winning. And he's played it. There it is.
This is so close to the end, but Maxime will obviously try to do some kind of a miraculous escape, because this is his last rapid game. If he loses this, there's no fourth game needed. He will officially lose the second match. That is a 1-1. Maxime won yesterday. Hikaru is about to win today's rapid match and then playoffs.
Yep. So there's not much else to say. I mean, it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, how will he convert it? Will he give a check on h6 with the bishop, with the queen? What's the easiest way? b5. Hikaru pushes that pawn, so if queen takes b5, then the back rank is not guarded. That will lead to checkmate in a few moves. Maxime plays knight g8. This looks like a nightmare, but he's trying to hold on to the position.
Nepo draw? Okay, they drew. They just repeated moves.
That was a crazy position, but theoretical position at the same time.
Beautiful chaos just ended up becoming a draw. Anish is trying to press a little bit on Magnus in the third game. Guys, the numbers that you see next to the names in the standings means that they won the mini match yesterday. So if that same player wins the match today, they move on to the semifinals. Okay? Yeah, by the way, where are Wesley So and Rajabov? They already got like their third game in. What's going on in their fourth game? Wesley So has to win, right?
Yeah, he does have to win in the match.
So he has to draw this game. If he loses this game, he loses.
Yeah, but he's got the white pieces and he's a very solid player. I don't think... I was going to say, I don't think he can get into trouble, but then I remembered he lost both of his games yesterday with the white pieces.
Yeah. If Rajabov wins this game, they tie the match today, and because Rajabov won yesterday, that means that he would win. But if Wesley wins now, they have to play Blitz. Hikaru's going for the endgame. He's going to play queen c4. He's going to just push his pawn with knight e4. Come on, Hikaru.
Come on, I think we've just hit over 40,000 viewers between the two channels, GMHikaru and Gotham Chess, the two channels where we are live. Thank you so much for being part of this 40,000 of you witnessing how Hikaru is making a huge comeback, a comeback he didn't even know that he had the opportunity to do so. I really thought he was trolling us, but he was not.
Yeah, Hikaru's got a chance now to put this game away. Knight e4 is a great move. It threatens knight d6 and knight g5. I think Hikaru, more than anything, is not frustrated that the position is bad. I think he's frustrated he hasn't won yet. Which might sound silly, but it's that he knows it's a very winning position. He knows it's not close, but he can't find the exact win. And that is why he's like spending a lot of time and potentially shaking his head. He's completely winning, though. I think MVL will have to give up the d6 pawn, otherwise he gets mated with knight g5 and queen h7.
Isn't this just insta-win? Well, queen f6, the king goes to g8.
Yeah, it's annoying because you can't move the knight. No, MVL is still...
tricky.
Oh, and you know what else? Queen f6, king f8, queen f7, sacking the queen, but taking on d6 doesn't work because there's knight e2 at the end. So maybe Hikaru has to move his rook. Maybe he just moves the rook, like to e1, for example, to just guard. Then you're threatening knight d6, queen f7, queen e7, etc. That might be it.
Yeah, that's so important, the line you pointed out, that knight e2 is threatening, that knight cannot be moved from e4 because of queen g2 checkmate, but instead of all that, rook e1, and Hikaru has just played it. This should be game over. It has to be game over now.
On the board, holds everything. This is hanging, this is hanging, this is under fire. You can't guard everything. You just can't. You literally just can't guard everything. Wow. That should be it. MVL does not have a move. If he puts something on d5, we take d6, we take e5. GG. This is just GG.
Absolute GG. Keep up the spam, guys. We are about to witness the final moments of the game and then playoffs. It's not over. It's not fully over.
Oh, but leave it to MVL to find the most annoying way here. Knight f5, you can't take on d6, you can't take on f7. Ah, that's why they're super GMs. I mean, that's why... Okay, so he
always try to find the most resourceful defense, even if they are, of course, lost. And MVL knows that this is a lost position, but he keeps fighting.
Yeah, it's +7, but oh, that is a very straightforward way of doing it. Check and b6, and he wants queen c7. So what if MVL plays queen d5?
Queen d5.
Queen g8. Take knight f6, moves, take b7, we promote. If that happens, oh my god, if queen d5, queen g8 happens, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
That would be such a beautiful finish. Or the tactics with queen g8, queen sacrifice.
So queen d5 just kind of gets, I don't think he's gonna play queen, oh, but maybe he plays queen d5. But the problem is queen d5 doesn't do anything. Like, it, you know, he might play like queen c6 or something. But queen d5, I was like, how do you deal with this queen coming? Oh, that would be so cool if it happens. Queen g8. Oh my god.
I'm hoping for it. Maybe
Please go queen
MVL will
d5.
try queen c6 instead to not step into that fork.
Yeah. Okay, he probably will scan it. He'll scan and he'll see it. Probably, and then he'll play queen c6 instead. Because Hikaru's threat right now, guys, is just to play queen c7, extract the queen from the b7 square, and just... Okay, yeah, he plays, he brings the knight back. Yeah, that makes sense.
But this has to be moves away from resignation even like this. Queen f6, check. Because now we don't have queen c7 anymore. We can give the check on f6, and then what's the punchline? Where's the crushing move? There has to be something.
It's all there. It's all there. I mean, of course you go back to f6, but somebody in chat is suggesting g4. G4 could very well win at a certain moment. It's just kind of terrifying to play a move like that, because you better be damn sure like removing this knight is good, because that knight will come here and then try to come here once you move your pawn. So knight takes what here? Oh, d6. Yeah, but then take queen. Okay, it's happening. Queen f6. Now what? Now what?
I love
now
how
what?
the new copy paste is about making Levy a grandmaster, Levy for world champion.
Well,
So wholesome.
it's like
Super
it's
grandmaster Levy.
It's like when like the third worst player on the basketball team like makes a big shot at the end of a game, and then the crowd chants MVP. Like, they know it's not MVP, but for that moment, he might as well be MVP. You know, it's kind of like that. So I appreciate you, chat. So thank you. You know, it's like if something like that would... Oh, and Hikaru, by the way, has played the best move. He's playing lights out chess right now.
He is the real MVP here.
What a great analogy. No, that's exactly what's going on. No, I mean, maybe one day. But for now, let's focus on Hikaru. We are moves away from a resignation and our first Blitz playoff of the Skilling Open.
This is gonna be exactly the very first one. Incredible how Hikaru's match was the longest yesterday, and now it could be the shortest of the quarterfinals. But this is exactly what we wanted. We needed him to win in the rapid portion. He will do it out of 3 games. He doesn't need a 4th game. And then in the Blitz, I'm hoping the current world #1 Blitz player will win, not the former one.
You know what was interesting about Queen e4? It's just a free knight. But this is winning after check, block. Like, I was trying to figure out what exactly was winning here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's Queen d8. I think it's just that Hikaru calculated all of this, that the king gets away, which is completely terrifying. But it's apparently okay. d5 now.
What's next? What's next? Are we moving the knight? Are we going to g5, c5?
Wesley so... oh, but Timur has to win to not go to the
has
Blitz,
to.
right? Okay. Because Wesley So's advantage is gone, actually. He's messed up his advantage. So...
Yeah, he may not mind it though, because yeah, he is winning the match. But
As long
that's
as-
again
yeah.
just the rapid. They will also go into a playoff, a Blitz playoff.
What a great analogy.
But
No,
that's
it's
again
exactly
just the rapid. They will also go into a playoff, a Blitz playoff.
Yeah, huge. Wow. Man, Hikaru's at 2 minutes, but he's plus 15. Like, it's very winning, but it's nerve-wracking trying to convert this. He's got to choose which way the knight is going.
Rook c7, giving up the rook to then give a check on d8 and take on c7. Is that the idea?
Oh, but 98. Not so fast, 98, but it's probably still winning. 98, he might have missed 98, actually.
Oh.
Because then you don't move, the, like, you know, oh, wait, he just lets him take? Sorry? Isn't he just queening?
He was after b takes c7.
What? I mean, at least, oh, what? I mean, it's okay, it's all losing, but at least one didn't, the pawn doesn't move. The pawn doesn't move.
I mean, we
So,
prefer
okay.
this one. We prefer this line, of course, for Hikaru. We're just very confused.
It was all good, it was all good, just one looked potentially not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now Hikaru calculates check, most important, take. Oh my god, the most important thing here is that after check, king h2, well, like, if like you're promoting, for example, queen f4, king moves, you don't have this check because the new queen covers c1. Otherwise, this wouldn't work. And MVL has resigned. He's resigned.
It's official. It's official. Hikaru Nakamura makes a huge comeback after yesterday's loss. He now ties the score in the match, and we are going into playoffs. This is what we wanted. This is what we needed the flower power for. But now we need extra flower power for the playoffs. It's 2 Blitz games, all or nothing.
Let's get some tulips in the chat if you have them. Hikaru said that they were his favorite yesterday, so we do not play a 4th rapid game. Both of them have clinched 1 rapid match. Hikaru, massive comeback today, playing the bishop d3 Najdorf, something that's not theoretically popular, against the guy that plays the Najdorf all the time. And I don't know, what games are live right now? Aranyan is not live. Carlsen Giri, game 4 is not live. So Anna, we will watch, we're gonna watch, I guess, the only game that we have, which is Sora Jabov. Now, just a quick reminder about the format, everybody. So Hikaru and MVL have finished both of their rapid matches, the 15-minute matches. It's 1-1. They each took one of them. So now they have to play 2 Blitz games, 5 minutes each, 3-second bonus time. And if it's 1-1, they play something called an Armageddon game. So what that means, one person gets the white pieces and starts out with 5 minutes. One person gets the black pieces, 4 minutes, no bonus time. But if the game ends in a draw, then black wins. So black can play for 2 results, but has 1 minute less of time. And Hikaru gets to choose whether he will play white or black because he's the higher seed in the playoffs comparatively to MVL. Every other match, Anna, still going, right? Which ones are the closest? Actually, everyone who lost yesterday is making a comeback.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane how exciting this format is with the 2-day matches, because it was a difficult one for everyone who lost yesterday, but they are, as you said, making a comeback, every single one of them. Except for Anish Giri. I guess he's the one who is still trying, but he couldn't really convert that first game. He has a somewhat better endgame now against Magnus in the 3rd game. But can he win this? Opposite colored bishops.
And I just want to say thank you to folks for pointing it out. I had opened up accidentally their 4th game instead of their 3rd one. So yeah, their 3rd one is still very much going. So yeah, they're still playing their 3rd game. The situation in the match between Giri and Carlsen is that Giri lost yesterday. So he's down 1-0, which is why it says that on the scoreboard. But he's 1-1 today. Which means he has to beat Magnus, Anna. He has no choice. Like, draw is no longer good enough. He has to win a game.
Can he do this? Can he do it in this game is a question. He does have the upper hand, but with opposite colored bishops and no material advantage, just positional advantage against the world champion, it's really difficult to outplay him in a slightly better endgame.
This is big.
I mean, we're gonna keep an eye on Hikaru's game. Obviously, as soon as it starts, we are moving over to the playoffs. So both in that matchup, Hikaru versus MVL, and in the match between. Wait a second. Has it finished already, the fourth game? Oh no, I was getting ahead of what actually is happening. Wesley So still has not finished the game. I just thought he will soon draw, and that will lead to a playoff too. But for now, the one playoff we are waiting for is the one that Hikaru will be competing in 2 Blitz games, starting in a few minutes.
Yeah, we've got. I think it's 10 minutes. 10 minutes that the players get to relax, to prepare a little bit. You know, guys, step 1 is complete. But just like in the Rapid, when we started the day, the situation is all the same. Hikaru must win. He had to win in the Rapid. Now he has to win in the Blitz. There is no choice. If he is unsuccessful, he's eliminated in the quarterfinals, and MVL moves on to the semi. So now we have 2 games to prove that we are the superior Rapid and Blitz player, and move on to face the winner between Nepo and Aronyan, right? That's or is he playing the winner of Sora? I think he's playing the winner. No, he's playing the winner of Sora Jabov, I think.
Yes. Yeah, I was double checking for a moment in my head, but yes, that's the bracket. Either Wesley So or Timur Rajava will be the opponent of Hikaru. Hikaru has chosen the black pieces for the first game, and the game is starting in 10 minutes indeed.
Yes. This is amazing. This is sick. We're top 10 on channels. Call a friend. Trust me, this is better than arguing with relatives over Thanksgiving. This is the first of 10 tournaments, part of the Champions Chess Tour, with a massive $1.5 million overall prize fund. And listen, chat, if you're celebrating Thanksgiving, shout out to you, shout out to your families. If you're not, then all the same. Health, happiness, let's all enjoy some chess together here on this Thursday, November 26th.
Thank you so much for being here again. This was so needed. You guys showed up when it was the most needed. Hikaru was in a must-win situation. He still is. He has to. Now that he tied the score, he has to win in the Blitz portion. But this was step number 1. Step number 2 is to win the playoffs and play himself into the semifinals. So what's at stake is moving on to the next stage of the knockout. The winner of the Blitz playoff will be qualifying for tomorrow's semifinals against the winner of the Wesley So Timur Rajabov match.
Yeah, this game on the big screen is rapidly heading for a draw. So I'm going to relocate them to baby board. And is Nepo game 4 a thing yet? Have they begun their 4th game?
Let me check.
They have. Moves have been made.
Oh,
there's a knight
interesting
on
opening
H3.
again.
There's
Yes.
already a knight on H3. What are they doing? What these
the
guys
trade on C6. Sorry, Larry, I'm just not understanding. You usually don't want to give up the G2 bishop, but they're playing it so quickly, it has to be theory still.
Yeah, I think Levon is playing for a win. I don't even think it's theory. I think Levon gets that he has to win the game, so he has to create garbage. I think Levon thinks he's not the favorite against Nepo and Blitz.
I think he doesn't consider himself a favorite, and so he goes all in this game.
Yes, because even if he loses, he has to play Blitz anyway. A draw is not good enough, so he's not playing solid. He's gonna try to mix it up and make things wild. Because I think Nepo, between the two of them, is definitely the favorite.
And it also makes sense regarding the match situation that a draw and a loss is the same for Levon Aronian. Pretty much how Hikaru treated the final game of yesterday. He gave up 3 pawns in a row just to keep the pieces up on the board in terms of complexity, create some activity and initiative. So that's what Aronian is doing too. Playing something random, something strange, where things can go wrong also for Nepomniachtchi. Because if Levon wins this game, if he does win it, then he ties the score and there will be no playoff. So with a 2-2 in the second rapid, Levon Aronian would move on to the semifinals.
Yes, and Nepo is coming to take his head off with H5. He also is completely fine with a brawl. He doesn't think about results. He thinks about the moves on the chessboard. H5 is, oh man, this is gonna get really wild. I have the 2 games up. The two Blitz games, they haven't started yet, and like I said, Hikaru is playing with the black pieces in the first game, so... so Rajabov is... Wesley's looking quite a bit better there.
Mm-hmm.
God, this game between Aronian and Nepo is the weirdest thing ever.
But so was their previous game. Look at those pawns on the 5th rank.
Oh my god, this is insanity. This man played e5, f5, g5, h5.
Yeah,
This
for us
is-
it's a shame that only one of them can move on, because both of them are such original, creative players that are entertaining to watch. So it's sad that one of them will be eliminated.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Connect 4, baby. Yeah, Nepo, I mean, it's not even bad. If you look at the eval, he's not doing anything out of the ordinary. He's realizing none of those pawns can be taken. You guys always ask, how do you know when to attack? Well, here's a good example. None of your pawns can be taken. Actually, Anna, none of them can be attacked. Knight h3 doesn't attack you. You're defending it.
Mm-hmm.
You're fine.
Yeah, this is fine. Looks terrifying though, but yeah, both of them are going for it. It's the weirdest of opening positions you can get between two super grandmasters.
G5 is some stuff, some sorcery here.
I love the comment from the chat on Hikaru's channel that says, "My 8-year-old nephew plays this line."
He's got 8-year-old nephew's going to be a potential future world champion. How about that? Nepo is a competitor for competitor for the world championship crown. So
Yeah, he's leading in the candidates tournament. Aronian is not even in the field. Unfortunately, he does not have a chance to win it.
so let's timer's not moving. Oh yeah, gotta refresh. Sometimes this happens. The games start in different orders. This is Hikaru's old game. This is Aronian Nepo game 4.
The playoff of Hikaru is starting very shortly. I was just taking a look at MVL's username. It's an interesting one. I'm more used to Leon Beast. That's the handle we know him for from the Pro Chess League. Maxim Veselagrab is a regular face in the Pro Chess League, and he's not just a super grandmaster playing on the top board for the French team. He is also the captain, usually the one who makes the calls, the emails, sends out the messages, makes the team composition, registers the team. So it's amazing to see how dedicated he is to the French team and competing in the Pro Chess League as an overall French team.
I'm patient. Okay, I've seen names are getting changed. Names are getting changed. We have like 3 minutes before game time. Wow, Levon is just oh my gosh, Nepo is a bully, man. I mean, he's just he is a bully.
G4, then E4. The position is tearing open for both kings.
Yeah, like he's just playing fast and aggressively. The problem is that it doesn't always work, but knight d4 is a fantastic move. This is nuts. Nepo is going to win the match, which means that they have to play a Blitz playoff. Rajabov is going to lose to Wesley, which means that they have to play a Blitz playoff. And I think Magnus and Giri still have to play a 4th game, but if Giri somehow pulls it out, then... So that's...
Yeah. Also, it feels like things are going so much faster in today's rapid games, because mathematically, yesterday we were here until, was it like 9 p.m. my time? So for you, Levi, it was 4 p.m. Was it?
4 or 5,
I'm just thinking today's rapid games finished way faster. Hikaru didn't even need the 4th game. All the other matches are already in the 4th and final game. So they have speeded up everything and are heading toward the Blitz playoffs. Will be even more spectacular. Faster pace, more mistakes, ups and downs. It's gonna be a blast.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You guys grab a snack, grab something to drink, buckle in. It's about to get wild. It's about to get wild. I will I guess on the bottom right of our screen, I'll put the first game that Hikaru is playing in the Blitz. There's like a million games here. Oh my god. Is this it? Yes, this is it. Once you see a move, y'all gotta yell. Y'all gotta yell the second that you see a move. It should start in like a minute, actually.
Hopefully we'll see in any moment the starting moves where Hikaru chose the black pieces for the first game.
Yes, Hikaru chose to play black in the first game. That allows you to kind of gauge what opening might be necessary in the next game, depending on how this game goes, etc., etc. Before we jump into all this, I just want to say that if you're enjoying the show and you're here, maybe for the first time, you haven't followed yet, do us all a favor. Just drop a follow. It's like not even it's not even a Prime thing. Drop a follow. We're appreciating all your support. We've got 40,000 combined viewers. We're going to be here for the next 5 days. We're going to be here for the next 10 months. Not in a row. But every big event that Hikaru will be playing in, Anna and I will be doing the commentary. We stream it every day to Hikaru's channel when he's playing. And we alternate the restream to both of our channels. So you also want to give a shout out to Anna Chess. We can do that. It might get lost in all the spam, but...
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate you all very much. And it's about to get wild.
It's getting really wild. The Blitz game is about to start, the first, because remember, it's 2 Blitz games, the playoffs. And if it's a tie after the 2 Blitz games, Armageddon, which is the craziest of formats for chess tournaments, but there has to be a winner. There has to be a winner at the end of the day. We'll need to know who makes it to the semifinals. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the insane amount of support. As soon as the game starts, which is now, I need you to spam even more. Flower power, any other copy pasta, send it now.
Here
Panda
it is.
Hikaru.
Okay, there are 2 games. We have clone games here loaded in. The refresh is coming. If there's a result that comes in, it's an old game. Yep, it's always does this. Always puts the old game. All right, here we go. Hikaru's got the black pieces. Hikaru's got the black pieces, and they play a line they've played 1,000,000 times already. Who gets to be on the bottom? Let's put Rajabov and So. That's who's gonna be there.
You said it, they played it 1,000,000 times. It's a very theoretical line, hoping for a good start here, that we don't get into a worse position, because Hikaru did struggle in one of the games yesterday with the black pieces. So hoping that this is an improved version of that line.
I'm really oh, Hikaru plays bishop takes f3. Whoa, that means that he prepared this. I did say when we got to that position. Wait, that's so nuts. So he goes directly back for this.
Yeah.
And MVL is completely okay with that, and he goes into something that apparently is not even the best, but he must have a stronger computer than we do, because... Yeah.
It has to be a stronger computer, because they're both blitzing out, literally blitzing out the initial moves. They have gained almost a minute of time at this stage. Move 23 we are in.
This is 2 games of a Blitz playoff. My friends, it's 5 minutes. Every time they make a move, it's 3-second bonus. Hikaru has almost gotten up to 6 minutes, means that he comes well prepared. Apparently, after night before, the critical move for white was e6. MVL choosing not to spend a lot of time and just goes rook a1. But Anna, I'm so confused. Why would MVL do this? Why would he go deep into the trenches of another theoretical game where he got nothing? Because now he'll get nothing again, potentially. Kind of strange.
Maybe they both think that they have it better analyzed.
Maybe.
I don't know what would be the reasoning. Or he just considers it a very practical and playable position, not necessarily an advantage, but he may think that there's something to play for.
Apparently, after rook d1, Hikaru had to bite the bullet and take on a2. That apparently was another option. Now MVL is slightly better. He's slightly better because this is an isolated pawn. And this is actually quite a good structure, but it is so hard to play this. Rook d8, for example, queen c6, rook e8. Gonna be a queen and 2 rook endgame.
But they are still playing so quickly and so confidently. Is this still the preparation of both of them? They still are aware of what they are doing exactly from what their seconds, their teams have prepared. Do you think that's the case, Levi?
Who knows? Who knows? It's I have no idea what went on behind the scenes in Hikaru's preparation. They just
Yeah.
decided, okay, we're gonna go for this. F5, it's kind of the same thing as happening last time. MVL last time tried to play on the king side, and Hikaru shut that down. Rook c2 is the best move, and there it is. Now if f6, just ignore it or something. F6 like queen c5 or something. Oh, queen c5, just go for the queen trade?
Mm-hmm.
Or take b2. F6 looks so natural.
It does look natural to start attacking the king on g8, and it's happening. I'm hoping for that queen trade because I'm terrified.
Okay. Okay, f6. So
Yeah.
if you take...
If you take, I'm guessing white wants to take the pawn on h6, and that looks very scary. That's not ideal, so to
Wow,
say.
Hikaru's calling the bluff. He's gonna let MVL take on g7, and maybe he'll take back with the king. Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll just move his rook. Maybe he'll just move his rook.
And the engine says that this is the
best.
right move.
Yep.
That's the best.
It says it's the right way to go. That's wild stuff. That's all I gotta say.
It's really wild.
Computers, they're not scared.
Not scared at all. Those of you asking if Hikaru has to win, no. So we are now in the playoffs, 2 Blitz games. He has to win one or the other, or even if it's a draw after the 2 Blitz games, we will have an Armageddon. So no more must-win situation, but it would be ideal to win one of the Blitz games, yes.
Yeah, now queen f3, MVL trying to like poke and prod here at the defenses. I mean, there's a very legitimate chance you should take the next pawn, by the way. Just take it while you can. But then d5 is falling. But then rook d5, you pin yourself. Rook a2, queen g4 threatens mate. You play g6, you're fine. You're fine. King h7, you're fine. You're fine, you're fine, you're fine. Come on, Hikaru, you there's in positions like this, guys, there's no excuse to make a silly blunder. Because there's 3 pieces left, basically. Queen and 2 rooks. So just use those eyes. I know you guys got 20/20 vision, or 20/15. Isn't that like even better than 20/20? So you guys can just visualize, what can my pieces take? Where can they go? What can they attack? No need to make silly blunders here. And obviously Hikaru's okay with an Armageddon, right? So he'll take black and try to go for the draw.
I would think so, but before we get there, he's going to have the white pieces in the next Blitz game, and I think he will. I think today he has shown that with the white pieces, his preparation is very scary, terrifying for MVL. MVL will need to switch to something else. He cannot keep repeating that line he lost against twice today.
Yeah, and if Hikaru plays e4, there's a chance MVL doesn't play the Sicilian in Blitz, but that's actually still very okay.
Yeah.
Because that means that he's just playing where he has less expertise.
Yeah.
Rook e8's a good move. Rook e8's a good move. Queen g4, g6. Hikaru seems to be completely okay.
It's just insane how precisely Hikaru is playing this. I wonder how much of this was his preparation, how much of it he is actually just finding these moves over the board, because he's more than capable of finding this defense. And the point will be that if white goes for queen g4 to threaten checkmate, Hikaru can simply push g6, and after queen h4 or queen h3 to threaten queen h6 and queen g7, white is not in time to carry out the checkmate. Hikaru can place the king on h7, I would think. Just guard the pawn on h6, and there's no follow-up just yet for white for the attack.
On another board, Nepo's attack it's killing. It's completely killing. Giri is not winning. Somebody did say that Giri was beating Magnus. He is not. He's up a pawn in the endgame, but it's the opposite colored bishops, and there is no way that Magnus can lose that. He has the defensive fortress. He can't lose. So
11 blundered again, I'm being told too. He's
yeah.
just taking a lot of risk. I don't know if it was the blunder itself or just as he's going all in. He pretty much has gone all in with the opening choice, but yes, this looks like an immediate meltdown for Levon Aronian.
Yeah, Jan's pawns are just, I mean, he is playing that game like a pirate. He's just with it. Oh man, he's hydraulic pressing over there. Queen h5. Look at that killer knight at the bottom left, everybody, on f3. Oh, man. Oh. It's going to Blitz. And
Yep.
Giri Carlson have drawn, my friends. Giri Carlson have drawn. How is so Rajabov? Rajabov is not going to win, which means that he's going to lose the mini-match. Which means that he has Blitz there too. Anna, how the hell are we going to keep track of all these games? Like, are they going to start them at different... MVL is blundered, by the way. MVL
What?
played Rook D4. He's played Rook D4. In a worst-case scenario for MVL, this game on the screen, he will trade the queens, and Hikaru will have 2 passed pawns on the queen side. That is the worst-case scenario here. And it's far from happening right now, but if MVL continues to try to attack, that can happen. But it's completely okay if Hikaru makes a draw, because then he gets a game with white. So...
Yeah. We are being asked if it was a mouse tip. Did he want to take on d5? But no, I don't think so. That was
No.
gonna be scary to take because of the pin.
No,
Rook d2.
He's trying to go rook f4, rook f7. Yeah, guys, this is sort of the danger. See, this is what I keep calling engine hangover. When as the computer goes up in depth, its first reaction might be ooh, and then it slowly starts to think a little bit more. So, you know, when I see chat spamming MVL blunder, I'm like, oh, where? Oh, wait,
Yeah.
no, hold on, maybe not. But rook c2, and now if rook f4, I think Hikaru's gonna go d4 and go for that queen trade if the rook moves.
Yeah, highly likely that that's what he wants to do. Now that he's up material, of course he's interested in the queen trade and not allowing white to carry out this attack on the king side.
So this is exactly what's gonna happen. I mean, playing an endgame with 2 passed pawns like this is well, it's not going to go very well, I don't think. I don't think this is going to go very well.
I'm just so happy that Hikaru is playing this confidently and accurately in a position where the king of Hikaru has been targeted for the last 10 moves. MVL was looking at the king on g8 and pushing the pawn to weaken the king, undermining the defense in front of Hikaru's king. And Hikaru played the most precise line, meaning that now there's no actual attack against the king anymore. And he does have a couple of pawns up, passed pawns that he could push on the queen side.
He's played rook e3, so he's bringing a new piece to the attack. But he's got a... Oh my god, he's got a minute and 26. Minute and 26. Hikaru's chat has got a bunch of spam and excitement going on, and my chat recreationally had a wave of Swedish viewers. I don't know what was going on there, but writing in Swedish. Listen, this is your proper shout out. Please, let's keep it to a language in which I can moderate, because I don't speak Swedish, and I don't think I have a single Swedish mod. So that's your shout out. And listen, whatever you're doing here, as long as you're being good, you're being energetic, even if you're cheering for the wrong side, you're not cheering for GMHikaru, that's fine, as long as it's all good and respectful and in good fun. But we're cheering for Hikaru. Let's see what he's able to come up with here.
Force and raid, it feels like. And I read the one word I know in Norwegian and Swedish, I guess, is the same. Skull. Skull to all of you. It just cheers, and it comes from the word skull, literally skull, because they used to drink from the skull of their opponents, if I know correctly the reason why it's called like that.
Yes, it's one thing that I like to do at over-the-board chess tournaments as well, so... That's why they kick me out of them. Queen f6. Oh, that's a good move by MVL. That's a good move. You really probably shouldn't take here.
Please don't take it. Yeah, don't take it.
This is no good. This is no good. Taking is very scary. Actually, Queen f6 is a very annoying move. And by the way, that's not a free rook on d5 because Queen h6.
Not. Yeah, important to point out that if we take the very tempting free rook, we're gonna get checkmated.
The only move Hikaru has apparently is rook c1. Rook c1 maintains the threat of the corner. It's the classic right triangle. You know, rook c1, rook h1. You know, hit the king. It's the classic right triangle. And he's played it. He's played the only move that he had. The only move to hold the position.
And now he's threatening to take the rook because he would be the first to give checkmate.
Yes, now you actually can take, you've protected your back rank, the rook can come back, and you can start even to push the pawns. Oh, but this is so crazy. Queen takes d5, queen h6. looks terrifying. Oh man, I am actually a little bit nervous here. Queen d5. Hikaru goes for rook h1.
Oh no, but the engine says it's a blunder because after taking on h1, queen takes d5, queen takes h6.
You have f5. Hikaru had to take the rook and not even go for this. Queen takes f3 is e6. E6 is apparently winning. E6 holds the glue together. MVL goes for... Is he going to find... I mean, E6 is not in... And he's found it. MVL finds E6. And this is lost. This is lost. Hikaru's king is going to run, but the pawn is going to promote. Wow, MVL... Stunning. A stunning move. E6 in low time... In a low time situation. Oh my.
I just can't believe it. Hikaru has been defending so precisely, but the position was too sharp. He ended up making a mistake.
Apparently, without rook h1, he had to take and go for this like this, with this version. Because after check king f7, there is no e6 apparently, and if rook takes f5, there's king e7. I mean, there was just some complete insanity that could have unfolded. In this position, MVL... Is there an official result? What? He resigned. MVL... yeah, it's official, I guess. Okay. Yeah, MVL wins the first Blitz game.
This is not the end of the match. It's not what we wanted, but it's not the end of the match. There's a next Blitz game where Hikaru will have the white pieces. And now, again, he is in a must-win situation. Flower power and the rest of the copy pasta. Must-win situation in the next Blitz game. What a game, though. It was such a sharp position, and Hikaru defended so well. But as you said, as you pointed out, Levy, even with that rook h1, if he plays the other line, it was still crazy messy to defend.
Yeah, f6, and well, this pawn deflecting the king from every important square. And if king e7 takes in g8, very sharp position. Really nicely done by MVL to create all those chances by playing the queen to f6, basically. That's where it all started. Queen f6, queen h6. All right, we've got one more Blitz game, and that means that we have some other games going on. First of all, this game between... Anna, this is the weirdest position I think I've ever seen.
Is it?
Is this not the...
Actually, now that I'm looking at it.
Is this not the weirdest position you have ever... This position doesn't look possible.
How did the king go back to e1?
Why is there a knight on d2? Why is the rook on h1 hanging? Why are the knights around f2 and g3?
It just gives back PogChamps vibes, and I really want to see a third edition of the PogChamps tournament because I think it's a blast, but I don't think Nepomuchy and Aronian are allowed to get invitation to PogChamps.
Wow, that is oh man. Yeah, Aronian has resigned. Nepo is going to his own Blitz playoff. This is wild stuff. So we are going to have Blitz between Wesley and Timur. We're going to have Blitz between Rajabov and those are the same person. Aronian and Nepo. Oh my god, Anna, what is this? Is wild stuff. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen.
I'm
No
just
clue.
looking at the board to see when Hikaru starts his next Blitz game. So reminder, it's not over, but Hikaru is in a must-win situation. And if he wins, that will tie the score, and we are going to an Armageddon phase. This is a really difficult situation to be in, but Hikaru has made a comeback from yesterday's rapid match, so we hope that he can make a comeback from this Blitz game too.
There are so many games that are about to happen. I'm still this is
I know.
I don't know.
I have the same feeling. I'm gonna open all the boards that will go into playoffs because I want to see when they start. I don't think they have happened yet, but yeah, moving on to the playoffs. All of those matches that were turned. Nepomuchy has turned the tables today. Wesley So has won, and the only match where there was no tie yet, Anish Giri could not make a comeback as of now against Magnus Carlsen.
Had to tweet it. Had to tweet it. I'm not gonna lie. I have played many chess games, and Anna, you have as well. We've probably both played 500,000, and that chess position was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I'd never seen something like this.
Yeah.
Ever. And I've been playing chess a long time.
Likewise, I don't know how they reached that position, but if Hamnishi makes a comeback against Levin and Ronyan, that will be another playoff.
So what game is gonna go first? What
Good
game is gonna go
question.
first?
I would assume the Sora Jabov game should start soon.
Someone says, "Show us." It's on the screen. the big board. That's it. It's really rare you have so many hanging pieces.
Yeah.
Like this is the I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Carlsen, Giri are playing their 4th game.
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to play all these Blitz games at the same time? How will they possibly cover them?
I have no idea. I think Levi, before Hikaru starts his next Blitz game, because it's gonna start in any moment, I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
Sure.
If you can hold both stages at the same time. I don't want to miss the game.
I can absolutely do it.
Thank you. I'll be back.
We have like 10 minutes. Something in there was missed, guys. Something in there. Hikaru might have missed Queen F6. He might have missed the whole idea of the 2 rook sacrifice in E6. Why don't I put the Carlsen match on in the meantime? Listen, I got mad love for Carlsen. I'm also seeing Forsen. I think there's a lot of folks from Forsen's chat in Hikaru's. I woke up this morning with the news that Forsen got banned, and I was like, well, it's like the universe giveth and the universe taketh away. XQC is back, Forsen is gone. I mean, it's, you know, it's difficult to always be happy somehow. Hikaru and MVL are sitting down. Are they just gonna go? They're off. Oh my god, they're off. They've already started playing. Anna went for a quick break, but Hikaru goes back to the Trumpowski. This is a must-win game for Hikaru. Anna is missing out, but that's okay. That's okay. Giri Carlsen in the bottom left. If you guys see that that one of the games started in the Blitz, please let me know. Hikaru this time goes for Queen C1. Yesterday I don't remember exactly what he did. I think he played Queen D2, and he took on F6. This time he's not taking on F6. Oh man, this is it. This is it. This is the final game, potentially. And if Hikaru wins, then we have to go to Armageddon. Hikaru goes for knight h4, trying to get MVL's bishop on f5. Bishop goes to e4. Maybe f3, bishop g6, and you take it. You just get the bishop. Maybe you play bishop e2. A lot of possibilities that can unfold here. So friendly reminder, it's 5-minute and 3-second bonus. It is 5-minute and 3-second bonus. Hikaru goes for a4, trying to play a5 and also bishop b5. Anyone can win this game. So far, no trades either. We're on move 10. Not a single thing has been traded. Different ways for MVL to develop his position and for Hikaru. If Hikaru plays a5, he locks the queen side, but then the queen obviously moves, and the queen is not that good here, so removing it might not even be the best thing to do. He can go f3, which sends the bishop back. Then you have to debate whether or not you actually want to take. The problem is if you push, your center's a bit destabilized, so... Oh man, he has some decisions to make, and he is a minute down. But there are a lot of pieces on the board, and there are a lot of moves to still be played. Meanwhile, at the bottom left, Magnus Carlsen has started his game versus Anish Giri. They are still in the rapid game. Anish Giri is in a must-win situation at the bottom left of your screen, or else he is sent home as well, and his campaign is over.
I missed the start.
Yeah, it was crazy, Anna. They started way earlier than expected. But
Oh, no.
you're back, and chat's keeping up the energy, and we're good. DE4. Okay, G3. Hikaru's going to try to bring his horse back like this.
All right, so he brings it back toward G2 to then jump to F4. That
Mm-hmm.
would be the route for the horsey.
Yes, I'm so surprised Hikaru did not play E4. I am stunned. Absolutely stunned he did not play E4.
Do you think he was afraid that that Maxim would switch to another line of the Najdorf, but that's more theoretical and drawish, that he would get into a theoretical preparation? But yeah, we will need to ask him about this, obviously. But now, regardless of the opening, we hope that this one will turn out well. It is a complex position. It looks like the knight on h4 isn't ideal, and I was worried if it's gonna be chased away now after knight d5. Bishop takes h4. Is that an issue? Do we need to move the knight?
I think we have to. No, Hikaru is 100% going to play knight G2. I mean, what on earth can he... Wait, he also has... Oh, queen E4, queen B2. Yeah, okay. So...
Knight g2.
Knight G2, yeah, F5, F5. Giri Carlson, queen out? No, this is normal, guys, actually. E5, queen D5. It's actually normal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. Bishop G5, Hikaru's rook under attack. Oh, man. Oh, man. Queen B3 is a problem. Queen B3 is a problem. This is bad.
Oh no.
Does 8... What? Oh my gosh, knight B4.
The rook is trapped. If you take the knight, there's a pin through the c5, so the rook is being captured.
Knight B4 is just... You have to play rook back and you lose the rook.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it seems like just not enough time to recover from the last game. I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised about the break. Like, it wasn't... Maybe it was 10 minutes and it just flew by, but... And I'm surprised about the opening because he won twice with E4, but he went back to the Trompowsky, right? So I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we're gonna need to ask Hikaru about it, but even though this looks like a disaster, unfortunately, in terms of the material down, we have lost an exchange, but remember, it's a blitz game, so I'm hoping that MVL will show that he's a human too and he can still make mistakes as well. It's less likely, but let's keep up the spirit. Let's keep the copy pasta going because Hikaru needs a miraculous turn of events here. He has to win from a losing position.
Yeah, he has to win from a losing position, and a losing position which at the moment is not that complicated. Like, at least if the king was open and there were some lines open up, this would be one thing, but he has to now create chaos from a worse position, but controlled chaos, because if you create chaos in a losing position, you will just lose. And that's it. Yeah. So, okay, now queen a2. Okay, rook e1, queen a2. It's not over. It's not over.
Yep. The bar started moving somewhat in favor of Hikaru too. It's still, of course, an exchange off for black. It's gonna take a couple of inaccuracies or mistakes by MVL to turn this into Hikaru's favor, but he has a time advantage that he still is keeping on the clock to put pressure on Maxim in terms of the time situation. It's a 5+3 time control, 5 minutes, 3-second increment per move.
Apparently, none of this has been that good. Queen a2, and now the threat is rook e6.
Yeah.
Which is actually just lights out and black loses. So, because bishop d5 and then this. MVL has one move, and that move is... Okay, no. He can also move his king. Yeah, he can also move his king.
But now the bar is back to about equal. Within just a short span of a few moves, MVL from a -2 advantage has gone back to crazy, messy, unclear territories.
So first of all, there's bishop h5 attacking the rook to try to get it to stop guarding this, but there's also c4. So there was c4 there, which after rook c4, there must have been some sort of like bishop e2, and whoa, Hikaru's got advantage. What on earth is going on?
Keep up the copy pasta. Keep sending your energy Hikaru's way because it's working. He's turning the tables from an exchange down. He's finally back in the game.
Oh, but knight g6. Hikaru missed bishop g6. He had bishop. It's still very good. It's still a very, very good position. But he had bishop g6, bishop f5 to then play knight check. But maybe he's also milking the clock. That also could be another thing. Rook e6. Oh, that's a good move by MVL though. That's a good move by MVL.
So if we just take the pawn on e6, what is his idea?
Maybe to sacrifice on c3? Maybe that's the idea, because that does look pretty terrifying.
Yeah, if the c file opens up for the rooks, rook c1, rook c2, that looks scary.
But, you know, the rook arrives on c3, not on c1. So that gives Hikaru one full turn, and maybe he can preemptively run? No, that wouldn't quite work. Hikaru doesn't take on e5. He doesn't take on e5.
Yeah, he brings the knight back to e5. Now he probably will be regretting that he went to g6 with the knight and not the bishop.
Yeah, he had this bishop. I mean, bishop g6, bishop f5 was a wild thing. The good thing is MVL is down 50 seconds on the clock. So if you're cheering for Hikaru right now, I mean, it's still tough though. How is he gonna win this position? Like, what is he gonna do here? And we have another blitz game, by the way. Sora Jabov on the bottom right of your screen, guys. Bottom left. Sorry, my bottom right, your bottom left. Hikaru now just above 30 seconds. Okay, now just above 20 seconds. This is what I'm saying. MVL consolidated. He did the same thing yesterday in the game that he was down a queen. Hikaru's only way forward is queen a3. Is something with queen a3. What is Hikaru trying to do with knight g6? Just take the pawn, I guess? Back to this.
So,
take the pawn.
He goes back, but now after Maxime going back to h7, he cannot repeat moves. If this is a draw, Hikaru is out. He has to win this game. He cannot repeat.
MVL stubbornly repeated moves there because he thinks he's okay. That's the only reason you'd repeat. He could have defended his pawn. Now Hikaru has to bite. He just got to take. I mean, I don't see anything else. You have to play rook e6. If you lose, you lose.
Will he go for it?
It doesn't look okay. I'll tell you that. It does not look okay, but it's apparently the only move. In fact, it's the only move that gives you advantage, too.
So he must be calculating rook takes, the knight takes c3, and rook takes c3. How do you step out of rook c1, rook c2? The engine says just a cool rook back to the second rank, rook e2. Will he find it? Will he take?
There it is.
He is taking. Let's see if knight takes c3 happens or any other sacrifice. Knight f6 back. Okay. Wait. Still, of course, we need to be precise because if the bishop moves, the knight is hanging. But bishop e2 attacks the queen.
Yes. Take, and there's just bishop d3. MVL is going for an endgame, not realizing he's just lost. He's just lost in this endgame. He's getting the queens off the board, thinking it will help him in low time. But if Hikaru plays a couple of clutch moves, the f5 pawn is now falling because rook f7, g4. G4 is winning here along with knight e5.
He'll play it. I think that's a Hikaru move.
If you play g4 takes knight e5, and that's it. Even knight e7 and knight c8 is even better. He played knight e5. Now g4 is coming.
This move G4.
G4. Hikaru's just winning. Unbelievable. I mean, just incredible. But still not over, Anna. Still not over. Rook d6. He didn't go for g4. He's attacking the knight.
Okay, maybe he wants to do the move later. This makes sense too, to undermine that knight. Make it go to e3 and then rook... what's next? Rook d7?
But knight d1 is kind of scary. I mean, this knight can get in and start... losing a few... but rook b7
we are
holds
just
everything.
In time. Knight d1, and when we take the pawn, we are holding the b2 pawn too. This is good. This is great.
g4 now. He's got to play g4. I mean, if he's too worried about knight b1, it's completely understandable. Knight d1. Okay, he goes back to d6, but it's too slow because rook f6 now.
Oh, he wants to place the rook on b6 if knight d1?
Yes, Hikaru is trying to suppress counterplay, but he's not going for g4. And
repetition of moves offered again by MVL.
Yeah, and MVL is just stubbornly repeating because he's trying not to think. And now knight d5 and rook d6, and we've kicked out the knight successfully.
Yes, finally. This is progress. If knight d1 check, we just attack the knight and it would have been trapped. So the knight goes back to d5 and e7. This is good. Finally, we are ahead again.
Rook d8 does not win because knight f6 check. You lose the knight, but you win the rook instead. Knight c5 looks good. Nice. If knight c6, b4 is kind of like glue, Anna. Everything is b4.
The glue. Hikaru told us about the glue. He will go for it. He will play b4, the glue.
Yes, perfect. He's stabilizing the position. Now he needs to win. He has to win this game. Bishop c4 is just extremely strong, by the way. It looks like so aesthetic too. You just get the bishop to the diagonal. h4 is also very natural for a human. Just try to play h5.
Yeah. So now he still is an exchange down, but all of his pieces are so active, and he has a pawn and a minor piece for the rook. This has to be winning, and it's winning on the long run. It's not a one move line he has to find. Although, like now, what is going on? Okay, 96 not yet because of rook takes c4.
Maybe d5. D5 is a nice controlling move, but it's really unnatural to block your bishop. Maybe bishop e6. Okay, he goes back to b3 because he's trying to play knight e6, but then there would be rook c3.
Okay, he's gonna do this. He's taking his time. He's making us a bit nervous, but he's doing it. Knight e6 is a threat, so the rook has to step out of the fork. 36 seconds left for Hikaru. 1 minute and 20 for Maxime.
Yes, of course you actually can trade the rooks, but rook d7 is much nicer,
Yes.
to play. Now knight c8 might be something. Okay, rook d8 probably. I would imagine. Oh no, he trades. He trades in bishop d5.
Trades and then bishop d5 makes sense.
Oh,
He's winning immediately, and we have blundered.
He just bonged the rook. Oh my gosh, it's over. We're going to Armageddon. What on earth was this game? From the depths of the grave, Hikaru emerges after hanging knight. Oh my god. I'm Anna. This is amazing.
I can't believe it. He did it from a lost position. Hikaru Nakamura wins the game on demand, and now we are going on to the Armageddon phase of the playoffs, meaning that Hikaru will choose whether he wants to have 5 minutes and the white pieces in a must-win situation, or he can choose the black pieces 1 minute less, so 4 minutes starting time, not 5. But in case of a draw, the player with the black pieces will move on to the semifinals. I think he will go for the black pieces. What's your call, Levy?
No, I actually think I think white. I think it's a really
White?
weird situation. Yes, because he's 3-0 today with white. I mean,
That's
Hikaru's,
true.
he's not superstitious. He's a little stitious, but at the same time, something's working. You're 3 for 3 with the white pieces. You telling me you're not going to choose white? At the same time, it means he has to win. And let's not forget, guys, Armageddon is 5 minute, 4 minute, no bonus time.
Yeah, there's no bonus time. No bonus time. Thank you, Zwaster Ben, for the 20 gift. It says thank you, everybody, for your energy, for the spams. We are almost 40,000 people just over at GMHikaru. Combined, this is almost 50,000 of you watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is it. The final decisive game. Whether Hikaru will make it to the semis will depend on one Armageddon game.
It's a lot easier to sit here for us and kind of pinpoint where the mistakes were, and they could have done this and that, and at the end of the day, you could actually see how nervous like the moves felt, right? Because like both of them were kind of just like the queen trade to go to the end game. I mean, it was just a better end game for MVL. He should have for Hikaru. MVL should have kept the queens on the board. You can feel the tension, guys. You can feel the tension, and it comes down to one game. Someone's about to go home.
Hopefully it's MVL. He's a really nice person. I absolutely adore MVL as a player. He's admirable. He is a former world number 1 in Blitz chess, but the current world number 1 in Blitz chess is Hikaru Nakamura, and we want him in the semifinals. We are here over at the GMHikaru chess channel, and we want to see him continue the competition.
Now, So MVL and Hikaru going to the Armageddon. The other Blitz games started at the same time, which, by the way, just seems like a completely ridiculous production decision to have 3 Blitz games going on at the same time, because how the hell do you even cover one? But whatever, that aside, I just, sit here with Anna and we talk about the chess. Aranyan and Nepo are playing their first Blitz game. What do you want to cover? Because I have So as well, and Hikaru will start in a few minutes. So...
Oh, yeah, let's keep an eye on when Hikaru starts. Please yell at us in the chat when Hikaru starts in case we miss the first moment. It should be starting within a few minutes. Just jumping back and forth from games if they all started. And I love Hikaru's new middle name, Hikaru On Demand Nakamura.
Yeah, completely insane. Okay.
So in terms of the other matches, we have a few minutes until Hikaru's next game. We have a few minutes to breathe, and then we need all your energy again, more than ever. It's going to be the final game of the day for Hikaru, but in the meantime, we have a couple of other playoffs going on which one do you want to start with, Levi? Hype training coming again for the third time during the broadcast. Thank you so much, everyone.
I'm being informed that the game started.
What?
But I don't see it. I don't have a game. I don't have one. I don't have any moves.
I do have one where Hikaru, it says that he has the black pieces. So I'm assuming that's the game, but no moves yet.
Yeah, I mean, if they just went and started playing, are y'all trolling me? Oh, okay. I mean, that's kind of rude, but that's fine. It's very tense, so... Alright. Do I look like guy you can ironic? Listen, I will say a few words and this commentary will be over, okay? So, listen, I'm not kind of guy you can ironic. Yes? Okay. Thank you. Carlson is beating Geary. I mean, nothing new. It's... What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
And Magnus is already leading in that match, so even if he doesn't win, he will move on to the semifinals.
First game, if Blitz between Rajabov and Sol looks like a draw. It looks like a draw. Yeah, Carlson's gonna win. Aranyan, Nepo. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. And Hikaru did choose black. Okay, he chose black. I was wrong.
It wasn't an easy decision. As you said, he won all of his games today with the white pieces, so he could have gone for that. At the same time, there's no increment, so it's a different time format. All the previous games, Rapid and Blitz, were with increment. Armageddon has no increment, and a draw is enough with the black pieces.
Yes.
He will protect and attack with black chess by saying, absolutely, babe. Thank you so much for all the help. Thank you so much for the support team behind Team Hikaru. This is the final clash of the day, and we need you to support your favorite streamer now more than ever. More than ever. Level 5 Hype Train 2. Keep it up. Keep it up. What a day. He has just hit 600,000 followers. He has made a huge comeback, and then he made another huge comeback from an impossible position. And we are in the Armageddon, the final game.
Oh, this is crazy. Oh my god. Oh, this is
The
wild.
game has started. The game of Hikaru. Final clash of the day has started. We need all your support. So he has 1 minute less. Maxime could win on time if they both keep playing at the same speed. So Hikaru has to be the faster one. He has to win the time back and not lose in the meantime. A draw is good. A draw will make him go to the semifinals.
Yes, that is all we need. I will put Aranyan and Nepo on the bottom left. Wesley and Rajabov are playing somewhere. This looks like something slightly different. Remember, guys, there's no bonus time, so the moves have to happen immediately. Okay, there's a rook hanging. Let's not hang a rook.
So it's similar to what they played in the previous games with a bit of a different line chosen, but the same opening. Let's see what Hikaru does with that rook. We sure hope that he will either push b6 or move the knight away to guard the rook on c5.
Oh my gosh, I don't like this tanking here. So MVL is playing very fast, seemingly has done some homework. You know, when MVL plays, like when Hikaru plays, it's like he feels like he has a couple people helping him. I feel like when like MVL plays, he has like the entirety of France helping him prepare. He's got every French GM. They're all very close together in France. Like they were one of the only Pro Chess League teams that had only French players. Like, yeah, so Hikaru looks good here though, Anna. He looks good. He's just down a minute. He's just down a minute.
Yep, down a minute. That's how he started the game, so he will need to make up for it. Hopefully he can.
Rook c3 looks natural, a4 looks natural, but again, MVL is going to go for this attack. He's going to go for f3, he's going to go for e6, f4, Hikaru has to defend.
Again, the same type of attack. Do we have time to play a move like queen c3 or rook c3? Rook c3 has been the choice of Hikaru.
Bishop e6 maybe? Just hold it all together? I mean, okay, he goes to d7. I'm nervous.
Me too.
I'm nervous, you know.
We are the grandparents here, looking over our boy here.
We just aged the generation. What happened?
Yeah, we all are the parents of Hikaru at this stage. The chat, every single viewer, you are moms and dads and grandparents. We've adopted Hikaru in the best possible way. I think we are all trying to look after him.
Yeah, now MVL has to come up with something. He goes for rook ed1, red one, but there's... A4 from Hikaru. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there's a
So
very tricky move here, knight e2.
But that will lead to a simplified position. And MVL, I don't think he wants to simplify. Well, and so he goes for it. Maybe he had to, because at the same time, it's true that now the d5 pawn is being captured. You cannot defend it with two pieces at the same time. So bishop c6 and the pawn will be gone. But it's a rook endgame. A rook endgame usually is not too bad to hold.
Yeah, this is a big decision where to put his bishop. He decides to go this way. Okay, the reality of the situation is there's no bonus time at all. So if you get 1 minute versus 2 and a completely equal position, that could be bad because one guy can just shuffle until you run out of time.
Yeah.
That's part of the game. I mean, that sucks, but it's part of the game. Right now, this position, objectively speaking, is completely equal. Hikaru's down 1 minute on the clock. He is a faster bullet player than MVL, but he's also not playing where he normally plays. Let's not forget this is not chess.com. Pieces move differently. Reaction time is different. Everything. So Hikaru's got to go. He's got to go, Anna.
He really has to. Will he take on a4 with the c rook or the a rook? And what else is he considering? d4? Is he considering to push the pawn? Okay, he takes finally on a4. 2 minutes left for Hikaru, 3 minutes for MVL.
Yeah, and he's just got to go. This is crazy. This is the one major drawback of not. I mean, this is it right here. Rook d8, rook d8, bishop a2.
Okay, that's
Looks
also
okay.
fine. Yeah, because now it's 4 pawns versus pawn, and rook d8 is the threat.
Yes, rook d8 is a threat. Sorry, not well. Yeah, I guess. Can you play that in this? I guess you can. You can. I don't love this for Hikaru because there's too many pieces. It seems like, but what do I know, right? Like, what do I know? Rook a1 he can play, for example, rook a1 and rook a2.
Yeah, the simpler the position, the better. So he has to go for trading the rest of the pieces to as many as possible. One pair of rooks to be gone from the board would be ideal, and then start pushing the b pawn.
Aranyan has lost. Nepo won, and that is exactly why he wanted to avoid the blitz.
So there will be a
Aranyan.
second chance, a second blitz game for Aronian, but he's in a must-win situation too. Now this is an equal position. You see that the evaluation bar says 0, 0, 0, 0. So the issue is that Hikaru is down to a minute and a half. Maxime has over a minute of time advantage, and there's no increment. So Maxime can go and try to flag Hikaru, even if the position will be a drawish one, an equal one like this.
Yes. I mean, this is literally like perfect if you need f6, for example. But Hikaru now has to find a way to not lose on time.
And that's not that simple.
No, it's not that simple. It's not that simple. Like, White has just enough pieces to do a whole lot of nothing and run you out of the clock. That would be insane if that happened.
Yeah, and he's got a knight. The knight is the trickiest of pieces, so Hikaru constantly has to watch out for forks.
G5 is the way to go. Take.
But a precise move, yes, to simplify even further. Take
oh
the
my
2.
gosh.
Take that 2. Take everything you can.
Yeah. I mean, this is a draw. But it's a minute versus 2 minutes. It's literally what Armageddon is going to come down to.
Please make a draw. Please make
This
a
is
draw.
crazy. This is completely insane. Oh my god.
Now there's a fork on c5. We gotta step out of it.
Yeah, I mean, MVL can continue to try to create some chances for himself, but Hikaru's down to 50 seconds. I mean, now we're going to get teleporting pieces.
Yeah, he can't go to e6 because of knight f4. There are constantly threats of fork.
Oh, he can.
Oh, because he will start pushing the b pawn, and then he can get the g pawn.
Yes. Now the knight has to stay glued to the pawn. The king cannot leave. This is just a draw. And I don't think that MVL is going to try to. Well, I mean, he's completely within his right. It's within the rules. I'm just saying that this is probably. Can you go king g4? Something. It's just repetition.
Hopefully not. But what a brilliancy by Hikaru to give up the bishop to go for this endgame, where this is now an easier draw on their level, that the knight is glued to the b pawn, so white cannot make progress.
Yes, and if king g4, you get in closer this way.
Yeah.
It's still tricky. I mean, it's far from over. Knight c3 check, king here. But then no, you can't. No. Is he going to go back or toward the knight? What is he going to do? He goes back this way so that the king cannot go get the pawn. Yep. 28 seconds for Hikaru.
All it takes is to capture the g-pawn. Once the g-pawn is
It's a draw. It's official. They've repeated moves for a third time. It's 3-time position repetition, and it's an auto draw, which means that Hikaru wins, which means he's through to the final.
What a save. What an escape from a 27-second situation. 3 times the same position they have fallen into by MVL. I'm sure he didn't repeat on purpose. We are almost 50,000 people watching with the 2 channels combined over at GMHikaru. 40,000 of you. Levi has tons of viewers too. This is crazy. 50,000 of you tuning in to root for Hikaru, and we hope to have Hikaru with us shortly to tell us about how he made it back from the dead. He lost yesterday. Today he had to make a huge comeback twice, and now he did it again to qualify to the semifinals. He'll be here shortly.
I was so excited I said final, even though in my brain I had prepared the word semifinal. It's just the semifinal. We will await the winner of Wesley So versus Timur Ajabov. They are playing their second game. Wait, what happened in their first game? They drew. Okay, so the second game we will have up on the big screen. I'm assuming Hikaru will have to join. Oh my god, Anna. I don't even know what to say. I feel like I just had my blood drawn for 3 hours. Can we all get one collective wah wah wee wah in the chat?
Please. Please do so. This was such an insane match, and we were so worried because Hikaru was in trouble multiple times. Even this final game, he had 27 seconds left, and there's no increment. That's all the time he has. 27 seconds.
Completely insane. Completely insane. We're just waiting for games. Magnus, through all this, by the way, Magnus Giri is going on. Through this entire battle, so. But wow.
And we officially crossed 40,000 viewers solely on the GMHikaru channel. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. We are waiting for Hikaru to join us and tell you guys about the games, how it felt from inside, what it was like to experience that he was basically in a must-win situation in the Rapid, and then in the Blitz portion too, he lost the first game, and then he was losing in the second game. He had a lost position that he had to win.
And he did it.
He did it.
He pulled through. And he's here.
Awesome.
He's here.
I'm gonna turn off my camera as soon as I see him.
1 second. Why can't you guys see me? 1 second.
Hi, Hikaru.
Okay, let's try again. Why is my okay there? No, it still didn't work. 1 second. Let me leave and rejoin. 1 second.
Hopefully it will work.
Little bit of pause champ there. That is okay. Admitting.
And hey, how you guys doing?
Hey.
Oh, wrong camera.
There we go.
Congratulations, Hikaru. What a match.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that I played much better than Maxime overall. I felt the first day was very unfortunate. The fact that I lost the game based on one move that I hadn't really studied in depth in the Berlin, and that kind of cost me the first match. But yeah, it was strange because today in the second match, both the white games were very smooth, and in this first Blitz game, it was a very messy game, and I think I turned it around, and then I wondered this E6 move, it was so bad.
Yeah, I have the I have the 2 tiebreak games. Was it ever a question of I'm going to play white in the Armageddon because I just beat him 3 times with white, or you were always going to pick black if it went to Armageddon?
I was always going to pick black if it went to Armageddon. I think in general, I'm probably going to pick black against anyone. not named Magnus. Maybe Magnus, I would maybe choose white, but I think most people I would. But yeah, I mean, I thought that I played pretty well, and then to lose this first game was so disheartening. And then the second game of Blitz was, I mean, probably the one game where Maxime clearly outplayed me in the whole match. And then he let me get this like F3 and this Bishop H5, Knight H4. And I mean, it was always better for him, but it was already starting to turn at that point, and so just very, very messy.
I was actually curious in the very first game. The very, very first game. I know it's like a full match gone, and I'm gonna put up Sora Jabov. We also have Carlson Giri. In the first game when MVL played Bishop takes A2. Yeah. What was wrong with B3?
Oh, I don't know if there's anything wrong with B3, but I just thought that thematically it was it felt to me like I could just press the advantage and not have to go for some way of trapping the bishop. Because after B3, I thought King B8 and Knight C2 was his next move. I mean, well, let me guess. Does the computer say something? The computer.
No, I don't have any. It's just the chat was curious, and we.
Yeah, I thought the problem was he goes King B8 and he's threatening to play Knight C2, and then both pawns fall. So I didn't think I had the stability on B3 and C2.
I'm just gonna refresh real quick because Wesley and Rajabov have started the matchup to determine who your next opponent is. If you want to watch it, it's a Sveshnikov so far.
Let's watch it all. I mean, why not?
So, second Blitz game. First of all, thank you for playing Trumpowski twice. Actually in the second Blitz game.
Yeah.
You didn't play E4. Was the plan to always play D4 in the Blitz? Because the two Neidorf games look brilliant. So why'd you switch?
I think mainly because I lost the first game, and after losing the first game, you really need to win, and you want something that's very messy and complicated. So I thought it didn't really make a whole lot of sense to go for that. I just thought I wanted something random that's complicated where anything goes because it's a must win. I thought it's better in that situation just play something random than play something traditional because he's going to get like 20 moves in a row.
That's fair.
By the way, since chat is saying something about Chess24, I got no notifications. I mean, I'll join them after this in like 10 minutes or something, but I didn't get a notification in Zoom or in Teams. So, I mean, yeah. All right. Anyway, let's keep going.
We are happy that you can be with us. And we, of course, should also inform you that during your match, you have crossed 600,000 followers on your Twitch channel. Well done, Hikaru.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice number to have, but I think like how do I put this? I'm trying to find a way to not make this sound like a flex.
Aiming for 1 million already.
No. I mean, I think the thing is, though, to me, it's not really about the follows. It's like the fact that so many people are watching. I mean, this feels to me like an esport. If there are going to be 30, 40,000 people watching every day for these events, I think you can say that it's similar to something like League. I mean, I know the numbers are lower substantially, but you're still talking like 40,000 plus. And then that's not even talking about talking about YouTube. So I think to me, it's just amazing to see how much chess has grown overall. And it's fantastic. It's really been amazing. And this feels like the old days of like July and August again. So it's been really, really amazing to see.
As the new chess woman, you already are representing TSM, so that has been a difference from the very start of the chess woman. Now TSM Hikaru here, qualifying to the semifinals. We are curious to see who will be your opponent, whether it's Wesley So or Timur Rajabov. Depends on this match.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even thinking about that. I'm just, I felt this match against Maxime was so strange because, like, I'm not trying to like say that Maxime's bad or anything, but I felt that I got great positions in literally every single game. With the exception of maybe that first game. So it's very weird to me that I thought I got these great advantages and then I didn't convert like most of them, it felt like on the first day. And then even after that, then to lose the first Blitz game and have it hanging by a thread was just all around insane. So it's very weird because to me, the way that I played, I thought I should have won this match very cleanly. And then I was basically out after the first Blitz game. So it's kind of weird for me now that I'm thinking about it, how it all transpired.
There was a very short break between the two Blitz games. Was that planned? I thought it was going to be 10 minutes, but
I don't know what the regulations say because obviously I thought that it was one match, not two to begin with. So I'm the wrong person to ask.
Okay, fair.
But what I would say is I think it's always been 5 minutes.
Okay.
So it was 5 minutes between the Blitz games, and then it was 5 minutes between the Blitz games and the Armageddon. So, yeah, I try to be like my man XQC and just not read anything and just show up and just play.
That's fair.
And you did it brilliantly, making a comeback from yesterday's Rapid. Then you made a comeback in Blitz, and then you held it together in the Armageddon. Were you ever worried that the MVL can just try to play for time, that it would not be enough, that end game?
Yeah, well, actually, I thought when I went into the Bishop versus Knight, it would be an easy draw. And it turns out it's not easy at all. And I almost blundered. There were like 2 moments. First, I almost allowed the fork at the start. I think there was some moment, after Knight C6 to stop B4, I was going to go Bishop D5, and I just saw it. I think I actually grabbed the Bishop, but then I pulled my hand off because Bishop D5, Knight E7 is a fork, and I lose the game. So that was the first one. And then, after that, I still thought it should be a draw, but Maxime found a very clever way to exchange the kingside pawns and bring his king back to the center. And I think, if he had gotten that position with Knight D5 when he played the fork idea, if he had had that position, maybe with I had 10 to 15 seconds less there. I don't know how much time I had, but if I had 10 to 15 less, then I think he would have had good chances of flagging. So I was a little bit fortunate in that sense, but it's all good.
I just wanted to point out that yesterday, Aronian won the mini match. Today, Nepo stormed back. He won, I think, 3-1 overall in the Rapid. And dude, I gotta tell you, every game they're playing has been so strange. There have been pieces on all sorts of different squares. And also, we're getting word that Carlsen's game is about to end. Geary will not win, which means he goes winless, and which means that Carlsen makes it to the semis. So, but now Nepo won the first Blitz game, and now he's winning the second Blitz game. So,
yeah, I mean, I think what I would say is it's what I was saying with the Speed Chess Championship, kind of in the same way, where I feel that when they play, Levon he has a more classical approach. His moves tend to be more sound, but when it turns into this all-out brawl, the way this game looks, especially, that's always going to favor Nepo. And so I guess it makes sense that he's going to win the Blitz.
What's interesting is that going into their final round Rapid matchup today, Anna, what was the score? Hold on. The score before they went to their was Nepo up 2-1? Was that the score?
Today, yes, I think so. Let me double check.
Yeah,
2-1.
So Aronian just went totally insane. He just played a completely wild game. Didn't try to play classically at all to get the win, and it just totally backfired. Nepo just completely killed him. So
they're saying that wait. They're saying that I play Magnus. What?
No, that would only be the finals.
You guys are trolling me, surely. There's no way that 1 and 2 are on the same half of the bracket.
No, absolutely not. Your opponent will be the winner of the Rajabov match.
Yeah, as far as I'm
I think they're already preparing you for the finals, because the finals will be Hikaru versus Magnus.
Okay, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
One match at a time and one game at a time. But yes, that could only be the finals.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't even mind. After what happened today, I kind of I wouldn't be shocked if somehow I'm randomly playing Magnus in the semis. But anyway, yeah. But by the way, what exactly? Nepo found Queen E3. That was a very nice move in this game, and just C6 and blast open the king. But yeah, what I would say is, obviously I have to play my next match against either Tamor or Wesley, and I think that's gonna be fun regardless. I think it's more just staying in the event. To me, seeing all these people watching, seeing the huge crowds, just feeling that support makes a difference for sure.
Rajabov looks slightly better, but let's finish this game to its conclusion. Yeah. This looks...
No, but I mean, also, can I say something else? Throughout this tour, I would say that I've had my back against the wall in final games and in many situations. I had there was a game against Ding or the match against Ding, which I ended up losing the overall match at the end, but where I think I lost a Blitz game with White, and then I won the second one with Black to force an Armageddon. I had the match against Magnus, and the thing that I think, when I say everybody's watching and having all the support, the difference is that now when I play these events, it's I feel like it's going to work out, and if it doesn't work out, it's big deal. Like, who cares? Like, there's always going to be the next tournament. And I think that's really the biggest difference now than in the past. By the way, Levon is,
got mated. Yeah.
doing something.
Yeah. So Magnus is official. He's through to the semifinal. They've agreed to a draw. This is over. So Nepo will play Magnus.
Yeah.
And hey, Rajabov is he actually just now could have played Rook C3. I don't know why he didn't
play. No, it's his
played,
move.
He played Queen takes C3 instead of
Oh,
Rook
sorry,
C3.
I'm behind by like a couple seconds. Yeah.
Yeah. So he went for this. Okay, but isn't he just a pawn?
Well, I mean, probably Rook C3 is worried about Queen B6 and some infiltration like Rook D8 or something.
So now
which
Wesley's
I understand.
G5 is nice. He's just trying to break apart the structure. Well, we might get an Armageddon. So.
Wait, they're saying. Wait, are people really trolling or not? Because I'm seeing people again saying that I'm playing Magnus.
I think it's because the official broadcast set that, and then I think they misspoke. I think that's what happened.
Okay.
That's what I'm pretty sure happened.
Okay. No, or check Chess24 Twitter. What? Whatever. I'm not gonna look. I'll leave that up to you guys.
Yeah, there's a clip saying that the host Kayasner has said that, but I think that wasn't correct. Because they tweeted the bracket. They themselves tweeted the bracket, and that's not how it looks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they just got it wrong. It's all good.
Everyone's confused.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, just I try to do my best XUC impression. Basically, that is you just show up and play, and that's all that you do. You don't pay attention to how many matches you are. You don't really pay attention to the breaks or regulations or any of that. You just show up and play, and that's good enough.
Hey, who's the higher seed between Rajabov and Wesley? It's Wesley, right? So.
Oh, you're saying, yeah, but I mean, the thing is,
for
Magnus
the
can't
Armageddon.
reseed and I can't reseed, so we're still going to be 1 and 2 regardless.
No, I mean for the Armageddon, because who's gonna choose the color is what I meant. Because this looks like a draw, so that means 2 draws.
Oh, I see.
So that means I think it's Wesley. Wesley, I think is.
Well, Wesley's going to choose black because you always choose black.
Maybe Wesley's feeling spicy.
Although, how drawn is this? Can white trade and go G6 here and try to win? Or is that too bold? I mean, maybe it's just too bold. But I was wondering if white could have played Rook F8, and G6. Anyway, yeah, whatever. I just show up and play tomorrow, I guess, and that's that.
Wesley was 13. Okay.
We are just very happy that you are here, especially since yesterday you thought you were eliminated after that
I know, it's
first
crazy,
day
right?
rapid.
Yeah, but I mean that's the funny thing also is that I feel very strongly that if I had realized that it was best of 2 and not best of 1, I think I probably would have won that second game and the match would have been tied, because the pressure you feel when you think it's like one and done, like every chance you have, it's so precious, so critical. And I think I let my nerves get to me. And I felt in this match, for the most part, my nerves were not great. Because even this first Blitz game, I really let it slip there at the end.
we felt like the second Blitz game was really strange, because like once he won the exchange, it was still complicated actually. Like that wasn't anything. Obviously, chat was freaking out because it's like saying minus 2.7 or whatever. But then he really went on the back foot. MVL.
Well, I think once I played F3 and he traded on F3 and I got this very funky bishop H5, knight H4, it was always iffy. I mean, practically speaking, it's obviously still winning for black, but when you play knight b4, you realize your opponent has just blundered. So it's like, okay, my opponent blundered. I'm up a game already.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I got this bishop H5, knight H4, you start to feel like it's unpleasant. I'm getting this jump. My horse goes to E5. And so it's all kind of unpleasant.
Well,
we are being informed, by the way, that Magnus is currently being interviewed on the official broadcast, and they told him he was going to play against you, and then he stopped for 10 seconds because he doesn't think that's the pairings either, so it's incorrect.
Wait, so they just did it again? They said the wrong thing again?
I think so. That's what I see in the chat. Thank you guys for informing us.
How
yeah,
have
so
they
he's
not
like, wait a second, what?
How have they
Okay,
not
that's
been
pretty
told
funny.
already? What? Oh my god, we got told. All right. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to pull up the bracket. I have the official one. So the official bracket does not show any of that stuff. The official bracket shows...
I just don't understand how they got it wrong if it's their bracket. This is the official bracket.
Yeah, the official bracket is on the screen, guys. So it's showing exactly that. It's showing. There you go. I don't know what I don't know how else to say it, but that's what it's showing.
Yeah, so I mean, we're gonna have what? We're gonna have at least 2 Armageddon. So Magnus won in regular. This Rajabov game looks like a repetition. So this is gonna be Armageddon
It's done.
2.
Yep, it's done.
Wow.
It's done. You wanna stick around?
Yeah, of course I'll stick around.
Okay,
I mean,
awesome.
Chess24 hasn't contacted me, so like I mean, they know how to reach me, and they haven't contacted me, so that's that.
Oh, we of course are very happy that you're staying with us for the Armageddon between Wesley So and Timur Rajabov. And you're saying Wesley will pick the black pieces 100%.
I think he will. Yeah. They called me. What they called me on.
Wrong number. Hopefully the wrong number.
I mean, maybe they called me on Skype or something, but I don't have Skype open because the regulations, of course, are very, very strict. Like you can't have stuff open. So literally, as soon as it ended, I just plugged my headphones in. I opened Discord and opened the stream, and that's it. And so yeah, I don't know.
Someone said they yelled out the window.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what they called me on, because if they were calling me on something, what could they even call me on? Skype? Because you can't call someone on Zoom. Zoom is like a link in a meeting. So yeah. They called you, go check your landline, right? Yeah.
Yeah, one
exactly.
of the funny things during the show, I was like, someone has to win, someone's gonna go home, and people were like, yeah, they're already in their home. I was like, oh yeah, you're right, except Hikaru.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they were trying to reach me, but I didn't see anything in the Zoom call. I didn't see anything in Microsoft Teams. So, I mean, and they haven't contacted me through Google either. So I don't know. I mean, if they want me, they know how to reach me. So yeah. All right.
So we are waiting for this game to start, the Armageddon between Wesley So and Timur Rajabov. And as for the other matches, Levi, do we have the bracket to show or to read out? The other match, I guess that game was already over, right?
It's all over. It's all over. Yep.
Yeah, so it's all clear for the other part of the bracket. That's gonna be Magnus Carlsen against Janja Pamiashi in the semifinals, and Hikaru's opponent will be determined by this final game that we are waiting for, the Armageddon between Wesley So and Timur Rajabov.
Well, I'm actually gonna go run to the restroom quickly.
Sure.
So I'll let you guys keep going, but I'll be right back in a second, okay?
Yep.
Oh, and yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sure. Thank you.
Hopefully you get some snacks. I mean, the kitchen is right there apparently, so
And that fridge, that red fridge is amazing. I'd like to have one like that at home.
Well, that's even I can't imagine the size of the fridge in the TSM facility. So yes, most important, he eats snack, guys. Yes.
Yes.
You know what I'm feeling for? I'm gonna get McDonald's. It's Thanksgiving. I'm thankful that
Aw.
this is all great. This is all good vibes right now. Like the winning is good vibes. Coming back, the chat, 40,000 viewers. Not my stream, but in the stream of our warlord. My chat though, mad love to you guys. So many of you have stuck around from, and also, can I just say this? We always give love to Anna, but Anna every single day of this broadcast has been streaming in the morning for an hour or two. She's been streaming the stream, and then she has been streaming coverage. She's been streaming after. Like, Anna, have you averaged like 10 to 12 hour days?
I guess so, but I'm having such a good time in the company of you guys that it doesn't feel like it's those many hours. I'm planning to make another viewer tournament for you guys, anybody who wants to join for the after party in honor of Hikaru, because as I say, we are watching these top grandmasters fight for hours and hours, but it kind of makes you want to play. I hope that's how you feel, because I'm going to make a tournament for all of you after the show.
I have the clip of Magnus reacting to the news that he's that he's supposed to play Hikaru. I just have to get it here, so give me one moment. Great, Magnus just I don't know, he's rocking this look, like he's rocking the no. Oh, by the way, we have the Armageddon, so let me show this clip.
Sure.
And then
Is
I
it the
will,
Carlsen debated clip?
Yes.
I'm
I don't
gonna watch
know.
it.
It's like Carlson shocked. Let me just crop
Yeah.
this up.
Possibly.
Hey,
the
Hikaru,
clip I got.
we're just gonna look at a clip here of Magnus being really
Okay.
stunned that he has to
Okay.
play
I'll
you.
mute the stream and just I'll just mute this for a second.
Yeah, let's see.
Now you will face Hikaru Nakamura in the semifinal tomorrow. What will that be like? Now you will face Hikaru Nakamura in the semifinal tomorrow. What will that be like?
He just
Okay, I just saw it on the stream. Yeah.
I mean, he probably yeah, I think he probably said something to the extent of like, no, probably not, or I don't know.
Well, but it's like when you guys said that to me, I'm the same way. It's like, wait a second, like what? Like, I mean,
Yeah,
not like
how?
it's not that it matters, but it's just like we thought we had the brackets and everything was clear. It's like, what? That's good. Though.
Man, what a day of memes. Rajabov, by the way, is just well, I guess we can watch this from
Great opening choice by Rajaba, by the way. Must-win game with white. Plays something that's slow, keeps all the pieces on the board. So even though black is doing well, it's in the style of how you want to play with white in a must-win situation.
Oh, there's a there was a longer clip. Okay, you want me to watch the longer clip, chat?
No,
All
let's
right.
watch the game. Let's watch the game.
All right.
Let's watch the game.
Warlord has spoken. Wait, he
He
hung a rook. Well, a piece, but oh my god, Rajabov just blunders in one move.
Knight h5 and pray. Oh no, but there's queen e1 and rook. No, I mean, oh man. Well, I guess that makes it pretty straightforward and clear.
Okay.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. You know what's crazy? Did you see Rajabov's games yesterday? How he beat Wesley twice with black? Like he was.
No, I mean I heard that Wesley kind of threw away the first game, but I didn't watch the games.
The second game Rajabov played incredibly well. It was amazing. You know, it's amazing if Agad Matar made a video about it. So he made a video about it. It was a good game. That's over.
So I mean, I guess I'm gonna play Wesley. It looks like so it's gonna be fun. I like Rook C5 by Wesley, by the way. Not being fancy, just giving up the Rook for the knight. Like, I mean, there's probably some King H8 or something that's winning, but just Rook C5, Rook H5, very clean, very professional.
Yeah, this is more or less straightforward. Okay, so
can I say something, by the way, since we've had these Armageddons? I think they need to change Armageddon. I think it's too favorable for black. If we're talking top players, I think it's too favorable. Like everyone's so good at Blitz that I think it's a huge advantage to have the draw odds in black. Like if I think back to it,
do you have another format in mind?
I mean, I wonder if you can't make it like 75 seconds or something, especially since we're playing on the internet now. If you can't do like 75 seconds instead of 60 seconds, because it feels like when I played Magnus and I had black and Lindoris, I won that game, so I was fine with black. When Magnus and black against me in the tour finals, he held the draw in the final match. I beat Max, or I didn't beat Maxine, but we drew today with black, so that counts as a win. Wesley's going to also hold with black here and win his match too. So it's I mean that's right off top of my head. That's at least like 4 matches where black has held, and you would think that based on the odds it should be closer to 50-50. But if black's like winning 75-80% of the time, then yeah.
What about chess 960? What about chess 960? Or is it too much of a shift mentally?
Oh wow, you want to go off the deep end? I mean, sure, why not? It's
so equal time and then just like a random position.
By the way, this is funny. Wesley's gonna repeat here, I bet, after Rook D1. If Rajabov, yeah,
they repeat moves.
Going for the draw.
Well, I mean, you have Bishop G6 that wins, but there's no need to do that in this situation. So yeah.
Wow. That's all. There you go. Wesley So versus Hikaru, the matchup of this is a fun matchup because Magnus and Nepo will be fun too. Nepo will come to fight. I feel like this is Magnus' very similar path to the last Magnus Tour event. He like had to play Giri and he also had to play Nepo or something.
Yeah, I think that's correct. Yeah, I mean, I actually have I played Wesley in this? I don't think I have. So it'll be nice playing Wesley because I mean that also could be a foreshadowing of potentially a semifinal match in the Speed Chess Championship as well. So it's
I'm
gonna
getting
be
yelled
fun.
at to play this clip. Let's watch this clip together, and then we'll sign off for the day. How about that?
All right, whatever you guys want to do.
You're resting? What's your plan?
I don't know. I don't know. What do the fans want? We have 30,000 people watching. What do they want?
I think they want you to stay, Hikaru.
Well, I mean, they're all gonna say stream. What are you, nuts? Of course they're gonna say stream. Like, yeah, because one guy. Actually, no, I don't want one. No, actually, as a matter of fact, I don't want. So. Maybe we'll do a poll of some sort. Why play Levy?
Yeah,
why?
it's
Why
pretty
play
close.
me? Why not play Anna? Have Hikaru beat Anna. Why do I have to get beaten? Just I'll commentate. Okay, I'm
By
gonna
the
show
way,
the clip.
I have a hot take because I was thinking about this earlier today, and
Okay.
I know there's a way for you guys to settle this, but I was going to say that I think that Levy, you're much stronger than Anna at Blitz, but I think Anna is stronger than you at Classical Chess.
Okay.
So
Well,
I know
what we
there's
can
some way to settle that, but I was thinking about that. And I don't know. That's my thought.
what we can do is we can set up an event at a neutral location. We'll both fly in, quarantine, and we'll just set up. Why don't we just do the IM World Championship? The sub 2400 elo, like we'll get me, Anna, Rosen. Who else is sub 2400? Like Bartholomew's like 2460, so we can't.
Yeah,
do that.
he's too high.
Too
So
strong.
Hans is too high also. So yeah.
Boats has. Come on, guys, chat, chill. Okay. Clip time.
And now you will face Hikaru
So
Nakamura
is it
in
the
the
same clip, but
semifinal
the
tomorrow.
longer version?
What will that be like?
Oh, I see now.
Really? I thought
Oh.
since he was the second seed, I would face someone else.
Oh, okay. Well, then there is a mix-up with the rules that we have gotten here.
Oh, maybe that is true. I didn't even know he came back to win the match when I saw it last. He was 1-0 down in the tie breaks, but. Yeah,
Oh, actually, Magnus,
regardless of what-
I am getting note now that it is Janne Pomniachtchi that you will face. He just won his tiebreak. It is Janne Pomniachtchi that you will face in the semifinals. Okay, your reaction to
Yeah,
that?
that makes more sense.
And now you.
Well, all this shows you is you can build a studio and you can invest in good microphones, but you got to know the regulations. So.
Or just don't know any regulations and show up to play like XQC.
Yes, you can also do the XQC. So there you go. Fantastic stuff. I think we're all confused. Oh, Hikaru. The poll of you should rest won 57%.
Oh, okay, I guess I'm not streaming.
Number 2 is
But-
pumpkin pie. Close, very
Wait,
close.
what? Pumpkin 2 is pumpkin pie?
And number
Yeah,
3
but I
is
mean,
Hikaru.
unfortunately, I won't see my mother today. Like my mom, when I've spent Thanksgivings with her, she always makes pumpkin pie, but my mom isn't around today. So I mean, she's alive, but she's not she's busy right now. So I won't have any pumpkin pie today.
Hopefully
okay.
for tomorrow or soon. All the best to your family and happy Thanksgiving again to everybody tuning in. You've been all supporting Hikaru here from the start. Huge comeback multiple times. Hikaru, this has been an epic day.
Yeah, it has. Also, apparently Ludwig was in chat. I saw some pictures of Ludwig on Twitter yesterday, and I mean, dude, you got to go to the gym, man. You're looking a little bit thick in the face. But anyway, big shout out to Ludwig. Of course, he's here in the chat. Hope he's gonna have fun with that the Pokemon card opening that's coming up. I think like next week or something is gonna be pretty pog.
He does a lot
We're
of fun
looking
stuff.
forward
Cook the
to
steak.
that.
Hikaru, when are you cooking a steak on stream?
Cooking a steak? Yeah, but I mean, I cheat and do it like the elitist way. I sous vide, so that's not really cooking.
Oh, you got to get the portable grill in front of the camera and like.
Yeah, I mean, I've always I just do sous vide, so I mean, it's like there's nothing really involved because that's just technology at its finest.
Ludwig
Well-
said, by the way, POC 2 fellow GMs. Shout out to the #1 chess streamer in the world.
Yes.
That's Hikaru and Ludwig. We give it a tie.
That's high.
But now Ludwig is going to say something on a stream later. Now that you say that, I know he's going to come up with some bit for a stream later for sure. But anyway, no, it's great to see all the Ludwig clipped it. Yep, exactly. I know what's going to happen later. But really, just to see all the people from PogChamps, all the streamers who got into chess, just seeing them pop in here and there, and still have an interest in chess. Whether it's because of stream or whether it's because of things like Queen's Gambit, it's just been phenomenal. And so I'm just really grateful that all these people, all these amazing people have taken up chess. So thank you to Ludwig and everybody else as well. Oh, also, sorry, you guys. So last night, since someone mentioned this, I did very briefly see XQC playing chess. I was very impressed that he played, it was like the Petrov. He was white, where it was E4, E5, Knight F3, Knight F6, Knight E5, Knight E4, he played Queen E2, D5, D3. And so he played very well, and he was up a knight. He ended up losing because he blundered a checkmate. He tunneled too hard, but I was very happy to see that. So of course, big shout out to XUC as well, and Forrest and all the other amazing people who really have been instrumental in this whole chess boom.
And we hope to see them in PogChamps 3. Hopefully they will be back.
Yeah, yep. No leaks from me, but there will be a PogChamps 3.
Well, Hikaru, I'm going to let you go. Big congrats on today. Insane, man. We were all... It felt like a massive sporting event. So the action continues tomorrow. Hikaru versus Wesley. We're going to send both channels over to Anna, who's going to continue again because she's a beast and can stream for like 1 million hours. So
I need to organize a tournament in honor of Hikaru. So all of you who want to play a tournament in honor of GMHikaru, I'm organizing it right now on my channel.
All right. See you guys.
Good luck for tomorrow, Hikaru. Good luck.
All right. Keep it real. Bye.